Remember the thrill of Halloween in the 90s? No smartphones, just pure, spooky, unsupervised fun. But was it really better back then? Were the costumes, the candy halls, and the haunted nights truly unforgettable? Or was it simply just nostalgia? Tonight, we dive into the past and ask the question, was Halloween in the 90s actually better? Let's go. What happening, people? Welcome to the Booze and Chill Buzzcast. It's prior to recording this, tomorrow is going to be Halloween. Halloweenies, all the Halloweenies going to come out and beg for candy. Speaking of Halloweenies, I have a couple of Halloweenies with me, and right next to me is my wife.
Hello.
And we have so special guest here, and she goes by Cassandra, friend of ours, a good friend of ours. You might remember her from last year. Yeah, this was last year. This is like a reunion, kind of.
It's a throwback.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so true. A whole year ago.
We're missing a few people, but that's okay. And Junior.
Junior too.
But it's okay. It's okay. We're here to talk about Halloween, specifically Halloween in the 90s. And I asked this question not too long ago. Was Halloween more adventurous, more fun in the 90s? Cassandra, I know you're around the same age I am. What do you think? What can you remember, top of your head, first thing from the 90s?
Damn, what do I remember? A lot of trick or treating.
On the spot like that.
No, a lot of trick or treating. Stealing candy from my brothers. What else?
I think you mean
going to los presidentes.
Oh, they used to get.
I don't know if that is that the neighborhood. Yeah, that's the best that I remember.
And I think the proper word you were looking for is what is it? Swapping candies, not stealing. or would you do it with the intention of stealing?
Or did you trade them?
I was just tasting them, making sure they were
checking out.
Making sure there had no razor blades. That's what she was doing. She was sacrificing her tongue.
You're such a good sister.
I was volunteering. I was sacrificing myself to make sure my brothers were safe.
There you go, guys. A lot of love in Halloween in the 90s. And honestly, I feel like there was a lot of love in the 90s because there was just I feel like times are different now. Obviously, things are just way different than things were back then. Yeah. Like right down to just saying the wrong thing. It's gone down to that, I think. And well, I think we should just you got something. I know you have something.
I just laugh because you're saying about saying the wrong thing. So in my head, I'm thinking like somebody saying trick or treat and then somebody getting offended.
I'm offended.
I feel like that could be something in the future.
Oh no.
By the way things are going, it could be. What do you think, Sandra?
No. Yes.
It's like, I hope not.
Sadly, I hope
I don't want to live in that world.
No, dude. I mean, I do remember that we actually did a lot in Halloween when we were younger. Now it's just, I don't know, it just seems a bit different. I don't know if it's because we're parents now or we're older. I don't know, but I just feel like things have changed over the years.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of things, a lot of feelings, a lot of sensitives, a lot of everything. Like I'm trying to pick and choose. Like this is how it is. I'm trying to pick and choose words without having to get into those people that cancel you, the cancel culture. there's that. There's a cancel culture. We didn't fucking have any of that shit
Mhm.
back then.
No, but about it being different,
No.
like, because we were kids and
No, yeah, I
we had
know.
no responsibilities, and it was just fun
Yeah,
to just
I
go and
think
get
I think
candy, go
honestly
home and eat it all.
that's probably the biggest thing.
That we
I think
didn't
that's
have
what made
any,
the '90s better.
that we didn't have any responsibility. See, but now what do our kids think about their childhood now? They're, you know what I mean? In the future, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Halloween was so cool when I was little."
Well, yeah, because they were kids, man. I think that's kind of the biggest takeaway from this. On account again from the '90s, we were kids. You were probably much more younger.
Like I'm by like 2, 3 years. I'm not that much younger, but thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, so basically, point is the '90s did have some sense of just like what was the word I used? Much more adventurous, more freedom back then. Again, it not really relying on the whole uh us being kids, but because like there was just like a different like there's a different smell, a different feel in the air back in the '90s. I think.
See, I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
I was
I
about
mean,
one.
also, what I also remember was we would go trick or treating without our parents. That's how safe
That's
it was.
another
I
one.
mean,
Oh,
back
that's
then.
true. I see
Yeah.
with my
See
brothers
that the whole freedom thing.
Hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
because it was safer.
Hmm.
Now there's like a freaking
Yeah.
crazy person in every corner.
I think there always
Hmm.
was. There always was.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was always a crazy person, but now they're just batshit crazy.
Hmm.
Does that make
There's a
sense?
difference.
And now everybody has a gun too.
To be fair, Texas has always been a gun state. So
Yeah, but now more people have them. Like, no, now the crazies have them.
Yeah.
All right. I think we already got a little bit warmed up. I think we got an idea as to what it is we're kind of leaning towards into. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first thing. Just like last week's video podcast, it's gonna start off with the most obvious one because you think Halloween and you think of trick or treating. But the thing is, in the '90s, trick or treating was more popular. It was a huge deal with kids roaming the streets, as my friend Cassandra was saying, collecting candy and showing off their costumes. And again, there's like just like this weird freedom. That's the only way I can explain it.
But see, like we see it now in like in our neighborhood.
Yeah,
There's groups of kids that are running around by themselves trick or treating, and it gets really packed here. So there is a lot of people also.
yeah.
So it kind of like you get what I mean.
Maybe I guess so.
I think it's just. I think what happened.
Let's hear it.
I think what happened is that when we were kids, we lived with our parents. We'd go trick or treat, and there was a bunch of other kids that lived in that area. But then those neighborhoods are now older, like, and there's like older, like our parents are getting older and they're living there. There's less kids in that area, and so like we moved here. It's new. There's a like you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because how like my parents place for
That
to
used to
best
be
way to an
like
example that was the it place to go,
exactly.
or I'm sorry, the it neighborhood to go.
Well, around my parents' house
Mhm.
too, we would get a ton of candy around there, and then now it's dead. But now here we get
Wait,
how many?
dead in what sense?
Like there's like you see maybe like 2, 3 trick or treaters and that's it. Like
Mhm.
But I think that only happens like during the day. No, I think
um
because I think we even talked about in last week's podcast that the trunk or treaters they're kind of
oh yeah.
slowing down traffic when it comes to the trick
Yeah,
or
but not I
treaters.
mean not a lot of houses give out candy in the older neighborhoods.
That's true. Sandra,
Yeah, that I would
what is your
say
thoughts on that?
mine, huh?
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was gonna agree to that. Like my neighborhood, it's actually quiet because there are older people. So if you go outside on Halloween, it's me, probably like three or four houses, and that's it. That's giving out candy. All the activity is going on 2 blocks away. So
Oh.
Hmm.
we keep somebody here to pass out candy, and we take our kids in that area to go
To
trick or treating. Yeah.
Damn.
And see,
Hmm.
my parents' house, they don't live that far. It's pretty dead there, but
Yeah.
our neighborhood gets
Hmm.
insane. We run out of candy like so fast, and we buy a
Dude, I've
lot of
seen how you guys
Yeah.
do your Halloween, and I wish I could see that.
oh,
So I think we can all agree that it just kind of depends on the not the majority, but the fact that like our neighborhood, for instance, it's like people our age from our era.
it depends on how many kids are in the area, I would say,
Mhm.
because you know what I mean? Okay, go.
Yes, yes, and no, because how you even said it, like we're the it neighborhood right now. Pretty soon we're not gonna be it. They're gonna move on to the next neighborhood, the next community, the next I can't remember the other
Mhm.
word. So it's like a yes and no, sort of.
Yeah. It's like what I was saying about the when we were young, we didn't live in that neighborhood, but we would drive all the way to that neighborhood just to go trick or treating
Exactly.
because we knew
Exactly.
all the activities over there. So
Oh
then
no.
it's like you said, your
Exactly.
neighborhood is now the it thing. So now everybody is going to that neighborhood. And
Yeah,
then comes
Yeah.
the next neighborhood. It's going to be just back and forth. And then, like you said, Ray, there's also the trunk or treaters. So what are they called?
the
Trunk
trunk
or
or treaters.
treaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trunk. Yeah, like those two, those honestly, dude, I've never understood those. What are they?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about them either.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Uh,
Mhm,
so in a nutshell, I'm not crazy about them because they create a lot of traffic,
mhm,
especially like right how we're all talking about that this is the it neighborhood right now. And because of that,
mhm,
all of them jam in their cars. All of them. So it makes it and
Yeah.
the example that we used was like we throw Halloween parties here and stuff like that every single year. We forget something, we have to drive to go get it. We can't because there's a
Yeah.
line of trunk or treaters and we can't even leave the driveway.
One year it took us. We gave out candy here. We went trick or treating, and then we went to my brother's house. It took us an hour just to get out of our neighborhood. Like a
Yeah.
full hour just
Yeah.
to exit just this little area of our
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yep.
dude,
It
your
was
neighborhood's
insane.
small.
I know, and it took us an hour. Can you imagine? And it's literally just a
No,
U-turn.
Pretty
thankfully,
much.
thankfully, when it comes to the holidays and especially the Halloween one, we buy everything in advance and we make sure we have it because I'm like, we're not going out.
That
Like if
was
we
Yeah.
forget something, too bad.
Yeah.
But because
it's
it does
crazy.
get ridiculous.
It's funny. We were also talked about trick or treaters not very nicely in the last podcast also.
It's so annoying. I'm like, just park your car, get off, walk around, and then
Yeah.
just drive to the next neighborhood and do the same.
Same.
Like, I
Like
mean,
at first, honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with the trunk or treat because I first heard of it last year. And I don't know if you remember that they made an announcement they were gonna do something at the mall because of the cold weather and everything.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, because my kids, being autistic, I was like, maybe that would be good for them rather than being out because, my oldest gets anxious. Pero I was like, you know what? We got to experience trick or treating in cold weather, in the rain, in the heat.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not that bad, like, let's just go. And if it does get bad, like, we just come home.
At the
Yeah.
And I
mall, they
feel
did it
like
at the
we
mall.
made, huh?
They did it at the mall,
Like,
right, or something like that.
yeah, something like that. And that it got ridiculously crowded. That's what I heard. But
Damn.
I'm glad. I'm really glad we took our kids trick or treating because my youngest, he won't shut up about it. He loves it so much.
Aw,
Every time he
That's good
sees
though.
something Halloween, he's like trick or treat, and right now he's
oh,
even practicing.
so
Like
Hey,
cute.
he's
but
ready to
that
go.
that's good though. Like
That is good.
Hmm.
stick to trick or treating. And trick or treating is
Hmm.
again. I don't want to be that guy, but it's like, dude, just fucking walk, man. Like,
He's gonna have those memories. Like, like
Hey, and
now
I'm
every time
glad.
he thinks of
Yeah.
Halloween, he's gonna remember that.
Hmm.
That's so
And
cool.
my oldest, because como he's nonverbal, but we can see it that he's enjoying it and he's loving it. So that
Mhm.
I'm glad we got to experience it. The whole trunk or treat, maybe maybe we will try it, but if there's a large crowd, I'd rather not.
Those like the haunted like the events that they do in the parking lots and everybody decorates their car and all that. That's also
Yeah,
that's
we,
the
we
Yeah.
were
trunk or
we were
treat.
talking about that. That's
The
also
trunk
trunk
or
or treat.
treat.
And I told her like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not crazy about them. It's basically a car show with Halloween
Mm-hmm.
decorations. Like I don't even like
Yeah.
car shows to begin with. So
But I wouldn't mind it like if they not a Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
basically,
Yeah.
um, so I think we can all kind of get an agreement and say that that's one of the things that has changed
The
over the
trunk or
years.
treating. Yeah,
Trunk or
there's a
treating.
lot more trunk or
Mm.
treating now.
Trunk or treating has become a
Yeah.
thing. It's popular, and the reason why that happened was because of COVID. COVID
Yeah.
was the result of trunk or treating
Yeah, well,
because people were too scared to walk. So what would they do? They would drive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it was there since
The
before.
90s, there was no trunk or
No, not in the
you
90s.
walked, and if you were driving, like Sandra was saying, you would drive to the it place, and you would get off and walk it.
Dude, didn't matter what type of shoes you were wearing. You can be dying
Yeah.
because of your feet are
I
hurting. And
know,
no,
like the high
go.
heels fit my costume, but I just walked a mile in them.
The plastic tacones that we would
Yeah.
wear when we were little.
Yeah, totally.
No,
you can't relate.
No,
I
because you
want that
wouldn't
thing.
let me dress up like Dr. Frankenfurter. That's
You were
why.
already older. This wasn't you in the 90s.
So,
But see, that's
doesn't
also
change a damn
different
thing.
because see, like we put up with that. Like that was part of our costume and we would
Yes.
wear it. But see, like Catherine
Mhm.
would never. Catherine would be like, screw that. I don't care. I want to be comfortable.
Well, yeah.
If
Yeah.
I told me, or if she wore them eventually, like halfway there, she'd be like, I don't want to walk anymore.
Dude, the only thing that sucks nowadays about costumes is that they're expensive.
Which is funny because that's actually one of the next things we're going to talk about since we're already bringing it up. DIY costumes, actually. This is kids were actually making their costumes in the 90s, and there was a lot of creativity involved, leading to some truly unique and sometimes hilarious outfits. Who do you know that still does that? Not
Me.
including not including your mother. Not including your mother.
My mom would make our like we've. I don't think we've ever really bought Halloween costumes because my mom just makes them all.
Not including your mother.
Okay, fine. And then I don't know any.
Exactly.
My niece.
I remembered one time, I don't remember how many years ago, I made myself like 2 poster boards and I put it on me. I was pretty much, what do you call it? The Whataburger
Oh
print,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
order number.
The
I
sign.
made that for me. Yes.
Oh,
That's
that's
like that was my DIY. And I remembered my mom for work. She and her group went all out and they made themselves the Nightmare Before Christmas.
oh cute.
She was
So
the
you
mayor.
were making costumes at some point in the 90s.
Now.
Yeah. The
Okay.
90s one, I believe it was the Cleopatra. I had just mentioned that to you earlier.
Yeah,
I
before
was
we got started,
Cleopatra.
that's
I
right.
did that one. That one I made. It was literally just a white dress and a gold belt. And I put another gold bracelet around my head, like just like that.
Nice, nice. I'm actually in the process of making mine, sort of. It's just like clothes that I own and making them look
Mhm.
creepy.
But see, but the if you add up the total that he spent on his costume, it's a hell of a lot more expensive than if you would have just bought one already made. The point of a
Well,
DIY was to save money.
okay.
But it's
Yours
also
is
like it's like you're doing it the way you want it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah,
But we're talking.
sometimes when you want to buy the costume, it's kind of like it's not what I wanted. Like let me fix it up.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
He spent like $60 on spray paint for it, just on spray paint.
It's not just
What
for
are
the
you gonna
costume, it's
be?
also
I'm
for the
curious
prop.
now.
Are you familiar with the movie Creep Show?
I think so.
It came on like in 1980 something. I can't remember exactly the year. So basically, there's this. It's an anthology horror movie. It's bits and stories
Uh-huh.
put together. There's one called Father's Day, and if you Google it up, in fact, I'll show it to you. It's
Well, like I'm Googling right now.
oh, there you go, there you go. So that's something we didn't have in the 90s. Google and at the palm of our hands.
I know.
Oh my God, if you think about it, the AOL, we had to hang up everything just to get on.
Ma, cuélgale! That's what you would hear before you would start using the internet back in the 90s. Hang up the phone! I'm with my girlfriend. I don't care. She's stupid. Stuff like that.
I have nothing to contribute to this DIY one because I'm not allowed to talk about mine.
Well, your mother is a what's the word?
Seamstress.
Seamstress. Thank you. So, of course, she would make everything for you till this day.
She's making my costume this year too, but she's making a mask now.
Oh, there you go.
She's a crafter.
So, in a sense, the spirit of the 90s is still somewhat in this household, technically, because
she makes mine, my daughter's.
Yeah. And I'm trying to make mine no matter how much it's costing because I want it to look cool. I want it to look. Cassandra, do you have you said you whipped up Cleopatra?
Yeah, that was when I was little. And then also I recycled my it wasn't cheerleading. I was never in cheerleading. I was in dancing. So I would recycle and wear my dress for Halloween.
Nice. So to this day, you haven't once tried to like DIY costumes like recently?
Not recently. The last one was that Whataburger one, which was like probably 3-4 years ago.
Mm.
Hey, if I just buy a black dress and put on a witch hat, is that considered a DIY witch?
That's what I do.
No, what I'm doing is DIY. Even right down to the
But
prop.
the makeup?
You make you're girls. You put makeup on all the time. That doesn't count.
Not the way we do it on Halloween.
Same difference.
No, it's not. Very different.
Another time, now that I think about it, I was Wednesday, all because I just got a black dress and put pigtails on. See? I just told everyone I'm Wednesday.
That's DIY too.
I'm her second cousin Tuesday.
Like the lady at Walmart that we bumped in, she was gonna DIY her costume also. She was looking for a skirt. The viejita.
Oh yeah, that's right. This old lady that we bumped into at Walmart yesterday. She's looking at this Reaper costume, and she said that she only needed like the outfit. And
a skirt, a black skirt.
A black skirt. And you were like, oh, maybe you should just try the clothes section.
And she's like, yeah. Because she just wanted a black skirt. And I'm like, you're in the costume section. Like,
yeah. Yeah, that was
You're not going to
funny.
find it here.
She's like, I already have the top. She's so cute.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, actually.
It was adorable.
So, DIY, it's like, I guess, give and take. It really depends. I guess also you have to also really be in the mood to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? You have to be in the mood. And like for instance, me, yes, I'm working. It's in the process, but I still have a lot to go and I haven't gotten around to it.
Because the DIY decorations.
There's DIY decorations too. But well, yeah, we're talking about the costumes. But
it's
the same thing.
Same thing. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I see a lot of DIYs on TikTok and I'm like, wow, where can I get that made? Because I don't have time.
Sometimes I watch those DIYs and I'm like, look, that's so awesome. But then I see way too many steps and I'm like, I think I'm
good. And then with the kids, like, and then all the appointments and this and that and like all the back and forth that we do every day. I'm like, I don't have time to sit down and do this.
So that's all I was saying.
Time for that.
That's all I was saying. Like, you whether you have to be in the mood or you have to have the time to do it.
We just don't have the time.
Yeah. But I'm trying. Because if I don't do it, I'm not going to fucking costume. So I got to fucking finish it, dude.
Be like me. Put on if my costume's not ready on time, I'm just going to put on a witch hat and a black dress.
I don't have a plan B. That's my issue.
Yes, you can.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede. Well, point to this one is it's a yes and no. Whether whether you're a parent, you probably like just like us, probably don't have a lot of time in your hands to do it. So that's why you go buy it, and or you really got to get in that fucking mood, which I still am. It's just the time.
I have a plan B for
And
you.
also because this year, not only are we planning, we mentioned this in the last podcast, we're not only trick or treating, we're also planning a Halloween party like we do every year. And we're also, I don't even know how this is going to work out
I
because
have
Halloween is
no
next week.
idea.
We're also doing a haunted house. All these three things. So it's very, very overwhelming.
It's a small one. We're testing the waters this
Yeah.
year to see kind of like what happens, because last year we got an insane amount of trick or treaters,
Yeah. Half
You
was my
told me.
fault.
and it was all his fault.
Uh-huh.
He was a clown on stilts.
I was like,
That
I was like 9-10 feet tall clown.
I
Not only that.
remember that.
Oh, you were here?
No,
No,
I
but I said
saw.
Oh, okay. Well, not only that, but there was that
See
really
it
cool
all.
clown arch, so it attracted a lot of
Uh-huh.
attention. So, but that's kind of the goal, though. That's the goal,
Mhm.
right? Why
Yeah.
you sign?
because I'm already exhausted.
You guys, you got it. You got it. Halloween
See,
is our favorite holiday.
fucking
I don't
A it
know
is,
how we're
and that
gonna do it, but we're also talking about doing a small little haunted, not a haunted house, but just a little casita just to like pass out candy and boom,
Oh,
scare
yeah.
that's the spirit.
Yes.
That's the
Yes,
spirit.
I love
We're
that. There's a few
trying
houses
to,
here that do that.
it's like
They
what I
literally just
told you
put the
earlier.
techito,
Yeah, like that's what we want to do. We want to
and
get a
then they cover it.
techito, cover it. That's what we want to do because, like I had told you earlier, like it's only like 3 or 4 houses that pass out candy, so it's kind of dead here. So my goal is to do something so we can bring more kiddos.
Yes.
That's my goal.
And they do that here. They just put there's this really cute one right here. They just put the techito and they cover it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
there's like kids inside scaring, and it's so cute. But
Yeah.
we love going to it. Like it's so simple, but it's so cute.
Nice,
See, it's
nice.
very simple. Like I don't like I wish I can go all out like you guys. I really do. But my kiddos will destroy everything. So it's like I can't do.
Oh well, but that's why we try, right? That's why we try.
Mhm.
Do like anything, just it's
And
just
anything
Like
you can throw.
anything you can come up with that works for you
Mhm.
guys. Like y'all are doing something that's cool.
Mhm.
True. And sticking to the same subject, this one's a bit more different. This is iconic store-bought costumes. When store-bought costumes were chosen, they often came in plastic masks with thin elastic bands and simple fabric suits. Brands like Ben Cooper costumes were iconic.
What is
So,
a Ben Cooper costume?
so basically, those
Mhm.
are, you know why I like these? You can't see them behind me, but these
The
masks,
vintage masks.
yeah, these were. It's not the brand, but it's the same style.
Well, what's a Ben Cooper?
It's a brand that
Costume.
would sell stuff that looks kind of similar to what I have here in my collection. Again, you can't see it,
Mhm.
but it's up here. I have a whole wall, and I guess that's why like I like them so much because it reminds me of all of that. Because that style was just like, I don't know, just something about it. It's just like
The plastic mask, and like the time my brother was dressed as the Power Ranger, and he's wearing just like the costume with
with a
those
plastic mask. Exactly. And it was probably made by them.
And I was so mad, and I was like, God, I wanted to be the red Power Ranger. Look at him, he looks so cool.
But I used to always hate those masks. They would hurt because we would with the glasses, it wasn't helping.
Yeah,
Oh well, I didn't have that problem.
uh,
But
No,
what was
like
the most iconic costume that you ever bought, Cassandra?
most iconic.
That you bought?
Nothing really that I bought. Um, Probably just Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay.
nice.
That
Actually,
was
Sailor
actually
Moon was actually
my
very popular in the '90s, so that's actually one of the most popular
Mhm.
costumes.
Well,
So yeah, you're one of
Yeah.
those.
oh, I was Sailor
Yeah.
Moon too.
Oh, see, what did I tell you?
I
We're
just,
opening
I
core
like, I
memories
just
right
had
now,
this.
man.
I just remembered this like image of like kindergarten. I think it was kindergarten, and I'm dressed like Like it's like a
There you
class
go.
picture, and I'm dressed as.
See, we're opening some core memories. See, this is how this
I
works.
bet I can find it somewhere. But yeah, somebody posted it on Facebook and
The
tagged
only
us.
thing what I didn't like was that I was super tall, and those skirts are short. So I have to wear shorts.
Yeah, I was like, I can imagine any little gush of wind,
Mhm.
your little Sailor Moon chones would show.
No, I would always wear shorts under skirts. Always.
No, I
Squirts all
mean
the
I
way.
would too, but these I had to wear were long shorts because no.
That bad.
It was that short.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I was like, I'm gonna be Sailor Moon.
damn it.
Yeah.
The most iconic I ever bought was gargoyles. Oh, that
Oh, I
motherfucking
remember
costume,
that
dude.
You were a
show.
gargoyle?
You remember gargoyles?
Yeah.
I was Goliath, and it was
And where are the pictures of this?
they're probably somewhere in my parents,
I've
but
only seen you dressed as a cat,
oh, that was when I was a baby.
and you
Dude.
hate cats.
I was a baby.
I know, but that's literally like I've seen so many baby pictures of him, but never on Halloween. The only one that I've seen is you dressed like a cat. That is it.
I was a baby. I had no choice. But the most iconic one is gargoyles, and that oh my god, dude, that fucking costume. It came with the wings, dude. It came with the fucking wings. I had the mask on, the purple bodysuit. Oh my god, that thing was amazing, dude. It was amazing. And before that, I had a costume made, and I was a Green Ranger.
Oh, you
That
were a
was
power. Everyone was a
sick.
Power Ranger except me. I was so
I
mad.
wasn't either. I wasn't. It's
Dude, there
okay.
was a year that I really wanted to be a Power Ranger.
No, Cassandra, you don't understand. She wanted to be the
I
Green and
really
Red Ranger.
no, I wanted to be the Red Power Ranger. Like I really wanted to be the Red Power Ranger, and my mom didn't
I
let me.
think
So
a lot of us wanted to be the pink one.
no, I wanted to be the red. Because red is like always been my favorite color. And there's a picture of me standing behind my brother. I don't know what I'm dressed as. I don't know if it's me as Raggedy Ann or me as
It was
Gypsy.
Raggedy Ann.
It's
I
Raggedy
remember.
Ann. There's a picture of me dressed as Raggedy Ann standing behind my brother, pissed as fuck, looking at him because he's the Red Power Ranger and I wanted to be the Red Power Ranger.
Oh yeah. Now
I
I
don't know.
just for
I don't
some
know.
reason I just remember like back to the DIYs. I remembered one time I was Sporty Spice from the
Oh.
Spice Girls.
Oh.
My sister, I remember perfectly. I put on an orange muscle shirt. You know how back in the 90s they had those, what do they call those pants? Like sweatpants that felt weird. I don't sweatpants, I don't know. And she drew that tattoo with an eyeliner around my arm.
Ah.
Yeah.
DIY tattoos. Very cool. Very cool.
And then since I was a huge Spice Girls fan, my parents have bought me those thick tennis shoes that they would always wear.
Oh, you had the whole outfit. DIY too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
See?
I don't know. I can't remember what shoes
Mhm.
she's talking about, but
The thing, like the filas in those.
They're like tennis shoes, but they're thick. The foam part on the
well,
bottom.
kind of like
Kind of like
that.
the filas. Like the is that what they're called?
Is Fila still a thing?
Yeah, they are. Lily
Like
has some.
like
Yeah,
if you
that's
look
right.
at the Spice Girls, you see
Like
their shoes and they're big. Like I
Well,
don't know how to say
if I
it.
can find the picture, I'll go ahead and maybe put it somewhere up here in post, so yeah, we all can get an idea. Because
I have it
honestly,
here.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but
Like
I'll go ahead
those,
and leave.
right?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking
I
then.
don't
So
know if
I'm
you
right.
can see.
Let me see your camera.
Oh,
All I see is
They're
white.
they're too white.
darn it. I need to find them in
Yeah.
another color.
Don't worry.
I don't know
Uh,
if you can
I'll put
see,
it up. Oh, look, that's a better
but
picture.
those
Actually, that's a better view.
Oh, with the
Wow, that is not.
foam.
That is not.
my
Oh, that
coach
is not what
my
I was
coach back in
thinking.
PE would say that I was a cheater when they would check my height because I had those shoes.
Oh, you were also saying that you were also very tall, so I can see why
You
they
were
called you
even
a cheater.
taller.
So iconic store bought. I think that's a very good variety. Spice Girls,
Mm.
gargoyles.
We're talking about like Halloween in the 90s, and I'm having like all these flashbacks to when I was a kid.
Wait, you didn't say what iconic
Right?
costume you had.
I never bought a
Oh,
costume.
that's right. All yours
Mine were
were
always
made.
made.
You know
I
the funny thing
sorry.
about when we were little, I don't know about you guys, but I can show you a lot of pictures of my sister and I always matching. Like
And
I
let me
know
guess,
when I was a
you hated
baby,
that.
well, I mean, I was a baby, like
Oh, okay.
there's one
You had no choice.
Halloween that she was a bunny, I was a bunny, but it would be like that ballerina like get up
Yeah.
and bunny ears, a bunny tail with like our face painted. And another year we were Minnie Mouse. And another year, like we were always matching. I don't
Nice.
Oh,
know if yeah.
I don't know. We
I get my
haven't.
mom would say like it was just easier
It was easier that
for
That's
way.
her.
kind of what you do with the girls.
Well, sometimes though we're matching outfits, but like as far as Halloween costumes, I can't really do that right now because Lily's like, I want to be a mummy, and Catherine's like, I want to be a vampire, and I'm like, do you want to be a vampire,
Yeah,
Lily? She's
like
like, no, I want to be a mummy. So
I think
she's set.
Okay.
I think now we let our kids decide what they want, but I think when we were young, we let our parents decide.
That is so
And we
true,
couldn't we didn't have a say. I don't
and
know.
I'm so angry about
We would
that
be
because
like, okay.
I always wanted to be a witch, like always, and my mom never like no.
And
She was like,
and
no,
and a Power Ranger.
and a Power Ranger, yeah. But my mom would always choose my costume, and it was like I had no say. That's what I had to be. And one year I told her like, Mom, like I really want to be a witch, and she's like, fine. And sure enough, she made me a witch costume, and it was badass. But guess what witch it was?
I can't remember.
It
Oh, just
was
say it. Just say it.
it
Just say
was
it.
what's her face, Glinda or whatever from the Wizard of Oz, the good witch with the poofy
Oh my
dress, the
God.
pink one. And I was like, that is not the witch I wanted to be. I wanted to be the green one.
Jokes on
But
you.
my mom was like, oh, you want to be a witch? Okay. And she dressed me up like that. And I was like, no, this is a princess.
You know, like I always wanted to be a witch and I always buy those plain black long dress. Like and I still have it. I plan on wearing it because that's the only good costume I have. Like if it's still good, I'm gonna wear it. But I've always wanted to have a costume just like the ones from Hocus Pocus. Like I just
Oh,
That
love how the dresses look
that
on
cost
them.
you a pretty good penny, man. That would fall under what we're
I
talking about,
saw
the
that.
iconic store bought stuff.
that was 2 years ago. My
Uh-huh.
nieces did that, but my mom made all the costumes.
Yeah,
And
Hmm.
turned
Lily,
out pretty damn good, man.
yeah, and Lily was the cat.
Yeah.
Lily was Binks. I don't remember what
I
Catherine
always
was though.
wanted that or Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Those are the two
Oh,
costumes I've
Mm,
always wanted.
do
was
Sally.
do it, man. Just
You
just
should.
do it. Just do it. I mean, you
You
went
should.
for that piercing. Fuck it.
Right? Fuck it.
Do Sally.
Like my
Yeah.
husband tells me, YOLO. I hate that
Fun,
word.
funny story. The first time I ever heard that word back then, I thought they were talking about mustard.
I thought the candies. What are they called? Those chocolate
Rolo.
Rolos.
Or
I
I
I thought
heard that
I
and
thought mustard.
everyone I hear that. Like I was hearing that when that came out. That's all I was hearing. And I was already like, I hate that
Do
word. Like
your
I
head
don't
with
like
it.
it. I hate it. So my husband likes to pick on me and he's like, YOLO.
Oh.
And when I told him I wanted to get that piercing, he's like, do it. YOLO. I'm like, shut up. Don't say that.
Makes me not want to get it.
Maybe that's why he was doing it.
I think we're right about done with the iconic costumes. Move on to the fourth thing here, being candy varieties. In
Ooh.
the 90s, we had a wide range of nostalgic candies that aren't as common today, like Warheads, Ring Pops, Push Pops, Pixie Sticks, making candy halls a lot more exciting. Warheads I think is still around,
Ring
but like
pops too. I
War-
think I bought ring pops.
Warheads are like barely hanging on by a
Warheads.
thread. In fact, I think they were so desperate. I don't know if you remember. I even did a live about this where I tried a Warheads for Loco.
Oh yeah.
Like they're that desperate.
Yeah.
That's how bad
they're
I
they're
still-
holding
remember
on.
I remember Warheads when I was in 5th grade. Like
Oh yeah,
I
because
I don't
they've been
know.
around for a
I don't
long
know.
time.
I don't know what year they started, but for some reason everybody in my class had Warheads with
Mm-hmm.
them. And
Yeah,
then in
they're one
Halloween,
of the
like
candies,
we
man.
had a good, yeah, like we had a good amount of Warheads, but I never liked it. So I was like,
Okay, what
I'm a
about the
chocolate
ring
girl.
pops?
I
You
like
got you?
chocolate.
Do you like ring pops?
I love it. I would always just have it on my finger.
The ones that we have of
The red
Beetlejuice
was
are
always my
those ring pop?
favorite.
They're not the ring pop brand, but they are ring pops.
Yeah.
It's like a literally like a ring pop, but it's a Beetlejuice and Lydia. And
Yeah, like the
yeah.
ones that we got, like they're so accurate for candy. Like it's like Beetlejuice's face, Lydia's face. Who else do they
No, it's
have
just
in there?
them two.
It's just them two. Like if I had one on me, I would show you. Like these
Yeah,
candies
I
are
was gonna
so
say I want to
accurate.
see.
Do you want me to bring one? I can bring one.
Fuck it, go bring
Yeah,
it.
bring one. I want to see it.
I
YOLO.
can get out of here.
Ah, you got this. So I guess what my wife's go and gets what brand were they?
I have no idea. Target.
Target brand.
You know what I just remembered?
Thirsty for something new? Welcome to the Booze and Chill channel, where every sip is, you can say, an adventure. From craft beers to cocktails that'll blow your mind, I've got the lowdown on the best drinks around. But if it's not just about the drinks, I also dive into movie trailer breakdowns, as well as music video breakdowns, and every now and again I do throw in some mouth-watering food reviews. So if you're ready to mix up your entertainment, hit that subscribe button and let's cheers to some good times. What is that?
They would also give out, I don't know if they still do it. They're like Coke bottles, but it felt like wax that you bite it and
You're not talking
the
about
flavor would be in the
the bottle
middle.
caps?
It's Flix.
No, they were like a Coca-Cola bottle, but they were like waxy. And you bite
Like
it.
they were like in a bottle shape with the liquid candy inside?
Yes.
I think I know what you're talking
My
about
nieces
Get a
now.
still
lot
buy
of
those.
those.
The what's that?
My nieces
Oh, yeah?
still buy those. They love them.
Ooh,
It's like
we would
liquid
get a
inside
lot
and
of
it's like
those.
wax.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
see, there you go.
I
There's
would
still a
be
thing.
scared to eat them.
Oh, sorry. Look, that's one of them. Hold on, let me help you out there.
Yes, please. I think
That's because your face still comes out. I think. Let me.
It's all blurry.
There we go.
it's Flix candy.
The brand is called what?
It's back here. Flix candy.
Flix Candy. I
Get
don't.
it? Like Flix, like movies.
Let me know in the video podcast on YouTube and or Spotify. You can comment there too now.
Oh, it's Beetlejuice.
Let me know if you guys ever heard of
Mhm.
what was it again?
Flix candy.
Flix Candy.
Sorry, y'all.
Not from the 90s. I can tell you that. Maybe quite possibly. I don't know. Let me
I'll
know.
hold it to the
Uh,
camera. No,
And check this out. This is the
the Beetlejuice.
That
This is
is
the
actually
Beetle-
so
this is the-
cool.
this is the Beetlejuice one. Now, hold on. Let me put my hand behind it real quick. Where am I? There I am. Focus.
Wow. That's cool.
It's semi-focus, but
They're super cute,
Yeah,
right?
but I see it. Yes.
What flavor is this?
are you gonna eat that?
You want
No, I'm
it?
kidding. I'm kidding. You can have it.
I don't know what flavor it is.
You can have it. Oh, so you know what? Since we got candy, how do you? I don't know how long these have been around.
Oh, honey.
How do you feel about candy corns?
I'm mixed about it. Like,
Oh,
I love
I'm not
candy
sure.
corns, man. I love candy corns. I don't know how long they've been around, but I love it.
Yeah. I will try it just to remember the taste of it. But when it comes to just eating them, I don't
it
know.
tastes just like
Muy
frosting.
tastes like-
apenas.
It tastes like
Yeah.
Halloween. That's what it tastes
Uh-huh.
like. You want to know?
He
Muy
has a
apenas.
whole
I
other
like there's this one that they're like shaped like little pumpkins.
Mm-hmm. But they taste the
I
same.
already
Those are
finished
okay.
those.
Yeah.
He already finished those, and then he's down to that, and then he has another big
Uh-huh.
bucket thing like that full of candy corn.
Yeah.
What's another candy that comes to mind from the 90s?
Reese's.
Oh, recess.
Reese's. I actually have that down here too. But the ghost shaped
He
We're
one.
keeps
talking
his
about
candy
that.
stash there.
We're talking about that, and now I want the Reese's, the pumpkin shape one.
I
I
have
was actually
those.
looking
Yeah,
Oh
for
boy.
it today.
we tried it to stay like we buy the good candies, and unfortunately we have to give them away for
But that's the
trick or
point
treating.
because
But
I want to be like, oh, that house gives cool candy. So like this year we bought a bunch of
well, yeah,
these.
yeah, like it's all about being the it house, right? You want to be that it house. You want to be the house that people go like, bro, you know that house over there? That's where you go hit up on Halloween, and that's like a what's the word I'm looking for? That's the goal. That's like the award when it comes to being an adult on Halloween. Because in the 90s, we were those kids. You like how everybody here was saying, um, that you would drive or walk to the it neighborhood because you knew that that was the place to go. And as an adult now, that's what you try to be. You're trying to be that it place. 'Cause you want to be the house that
Yeah.
everybody talks about on Halloween.
Well, see, no, that's the thing. Like like yes, that's true, but I also don't just want it to be the house. I want them to be like that neighborhood is cool.
No, yeah, of course, but at your neighborhood, that's my
That's
point.
why, yeah. There you go. Because I like our some neighbors give out nachos and cotton candy and like hot
You know
Oh,
dogs
you
which
have
and
the
ones I
ones
like?
like
Oh,
a block
yes.
away from us.
and I
They're
love
doing that.
that. Like that's just like I love that. It's like oh the house with the cool candy, the house with the nachos, the house with this. Like let's hit up that
The house with the
neighborhood.
badass decorations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Like
remembered I once told my husband, I'm like, we should pass out hot dogs one of these Halloweens. But when I mentioned it to, I don't remember who, but I mentioned it right away. I felt shut down about it because they're like, well,
what?
you need to remember that, we just got over COVID and there's germs and,
Oh, come
they
on.
Ah,
started
nah, dude.
doing like that. And I'm
Everybody
like,
no. Everybody here does not care. They're literally like licking their fingers with nachos and like no, nobody cares.
Se quema el cómo se quema en la lumbre, no te preocupes.
Literally, you see the kids covered in cheese sauce, licking their fingers, and then they're like, trick
Yeah.
or treat.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's all I wanted to do. Just cook the weenies, put it on bread, foil it up, and here you go. That's all I was thinking
Hmm.
of doing. But then
And
they
Yeah.
they
were
do
like
that here.
kind
And
of
just wear
telling me
gloves.
that, and
Just wear gloves if you're
yeah,
worried about it. I
yeah,
That's
guess.
true. Where you
see,
can wear gloves and a
Like
mask.
it's
see.
kind of an extra step you don't have to take, but I mean if you're that
But
like
I feel like also
Hmm.
maybe because like especially back like if this was years ago when COVID was more
at its hype.
at its like at its peak. Because like right
Hmm.
now I don't think anybody cares anymore. Like you get COVID and you're just
Yeah.
like oh okay.
All right.
Yeah, but we lived through such a time where like the world literally shut down. That at some point in the future, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a legend. It's gonna be a myth. Like you ever heard of that time where that
2020.
where the whole world just shut down? Oh, it kind of that already kind of happened. Not this is the 90s. Y2K. Y2K when the
But
world was
nothing
supposed to
happened
like
on
fucking be
Y2K.
destroyed by
But
robots and
see,
shit.
but see, if COVID would have happened during the Y2K, everybody would have lost their shit.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
would have
Actually,
really thought
that's
the world
Hmm.
was ending.
yeah,
There would have
yeah.
been
Because
no toilet
white.
paper at that time.
Ah, fuck.
Nah, that time there were supposed to be like bombs and shit, and I don't know what the
Well,
fuck that
I'm
was supposed
glad
to
there
happen.
wasn't.
Yeah,
But
I
candy,
yeah, candy, yeah,
ring pops, warheads.
yeah,
There's still ring pops. There's still push. I actually have ring pops and push pops to give out
yeah. What's another one before
What?
we move on?
Yeah,
One
that's what I
last
was
one.
thinking. Hmm.
from the
I'm
90s.
trying to think
One last good
because you're
one
From the
saying
90s.
from the 90s. A good without having to Google it, top of your head. Uh, what's one that I can
Nerds.
think of? Oh, um, Oh my god, what are they called? The ones that pop in your mouth?
Oh, Pop Rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Pop
think
Rocks.
that might
I'm
have
like,
been around since or started around the 90s,
What about
early or late
Nerds?
90s.
Why do I remember Nerds?
Nerds have been around.
It's because see, like for me, it's kind of muffled the '90s and like the early like
yeah.
2000s.
I mean, I'm no history buff
All
when
I
it comes to
could think
candy.
about, all I could think about are pixie sticks. That's all I
Yeah,
can think of. Pixie sticks and fruit roll-ups. At that time,
Oh,
did
that's
they
yeah.
started
right.
doing
That's right.
the rectangle one, or did they still have the long strip one?
I don't think they did the
The
strip
fruit by
yet.
the strip is a foot by the foot. Whatever, fruit by the foot. I don't know, something like
I don't
Well, I don't
remember.
remember which one came first, but
But
that. You know what I
that's actually
remember?
a good one.
You
That's
know
a
what I
good one.
remember? And I disliked it.
What?
Tootsie Rolls.
Oh right,
oh my
the
God.
shitty caca chocolate.
The Tootsie Roll.
My
And then they came
parents
out with
would
the
tell me
flavored
like
one.
it's your chocolate, and I'm like, it's not chocolate.
Yeah, like
I
no.
hated it.
I'm sorry. I did
This
not
is
like
cat poo.
Tootsie Rolls. I would rather eat a Twizzler.
Ew, I don't like Twizzlers.
Me neither, but I'd rather eat the Twizzlers than eat a Tootsie Roll.
I see my brother, like my brother loves Twizzlers. He brings like a huge pack. And he's like, "You want some?" And he has one in his mouth, like hanging, and I'm like, "No,
That's
get it
No,
gross.
away."
thank you. No.
No,
The
thank you.
Oh, Barbie's got another one. Barbie's got another one.
Fun Dip.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fun
Dip was.
Dip. Was that?
I still love it.
Yeah.
That stick
The
with the
red and the
powder,
blue.
¿verdad?
Yeah.
The Lucas. We would always get the lemon salt Lucas, the packet.
Yeah. The one with the
That's
little 7 on it or something like that.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Sal
more
limon.
like a Mexican candy.
That's funny because
Yeah,
that's like
I think
Well,
beer
that's
we
salt.
got a lot of Mexican candies here.
Yeah.
yeah. Where we're from for those of you viewers or listeners out there who are not familiar, what was it called? 7 something.
Sal limon, something like
Sal something. So basically,
Sal
it came in a
limon.
little green plastic packet. It was basically salt with the
that.
lemon
It was
flavor on it,
okay. Think of it like beer salt, like the lime beer salt.
but tastier.
But
Probably.
yeah, probably a little bit tastier, but less salty,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less salty,
more limey,
more limey. That's right.
sour, limey.
Yeah.
But it was essentially like beer salt, but beer salt with
Kind of like
the
this.
lime. Yeah, like those.
That's
But they didn't have that monito
that's
on
the
them.
one. Yeah, that little guy did
No.
not exist
Well,
back then. That little
now it
guy did not
does.
exist back then. But yeah, that was the one. That was the one.
They gave us beer salt.
Yeah, we were having beer salt before it was even beer salt, guys.
No, before they
Yeah.
would give us this one though. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, in the little the
It's a little
Lucas.
blurred out, but yeah.
Yeah, it came in a little
Yeah,
yeah
with the little
Yeah.
eagle.
and then they also had a
Yeah,
yellow
you
one.
can't see it.
But then they
The
discontinued it
yellow.
because they found
Oh
something
my
better in
god,
it.
that
Yeah.
yellow.
This is all
Right, it was
Mexican
so
candy at this
good.
point. This is all Mexican candy.
Like,
If anything, I'll put a picture somewhere here so you guys can see exactly what we're talking about. Both the green and the yellow. So y'all
There's
can
like
have a good
another
idea.
version of the yellow one now, but it's not like the original one.
mhm.
Yeah.
But they took it off
Mm.
because it had a lot of bad things.
Yeah, just like
What
everything that we
doesn't have bad
consume.
things?
And there's a lot of bad things in everything.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just they were just a little bit more liars about it back then. Now it's everything coming
No,
to
not
light.
liars. I just think people didn't care back then.
It was none of our business.
Mhm.
Those are the 90s.
I can't think of any other candy though.
That's fine. I think we can move on to the next thing.
Yes, okay.
Number
Mhm.
5 here. I don't know about it being a thing here where we're from, but number 5 is being the fear of razor blades. Rumors about tainted Halloween candy and razor blades poison peaked in the 90s, making parents extra cautious about checking the candy, which it goes back to the story about Cassandra stealing her cousin.
She was checking it.
Yeah, she was checking it.
Her brother's candy. She
But
was checking.
but apparently that was still a thing back then. I don't know how true that is here.
I remember. I don't remember.
I
it being
remember-
razor
oh.
blades, but I
Mhm.
remember needles. Them talking about.
I
needles.
remembered that when we would get home, the only thing my parents would tell us is check your candy. That's it. I would, okay.
But did they ever say
Okay.
why though?
Yeah, my parents don't know why.
Just
Yeah.
check for bad stuff. That's it.
And that's just such a
Particularly like the chocolate and things like that. My parents would just kind of like look over it, make sure it wasn't like
Pero yo bien like stupid. They would say, check your candy. Okay, and I'm checking it and eating it at the same time.
this one's clean.
Like, oh, looks okay. Okay. That's what I
Yeah,
would
there
do.
was
That was
that,
my
and
way of
then
checking it.
that they would put drugs in it, and it's like,
we
Mhm.
we talked about that particular one last year, and we all thought that was
I
yeah,
stupid.
nobody's
remember
gonna
you
share
say
those.
that.
Like, I am not giving my weed gummies away to little Timmy. I even use that. I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna give my weed gummies to little Jose. I'm not gonna give my weed gummies away to little Jose. No, no, thank you. No, that's no. Yeah, that one was stupid.
I don't know.
That
Mhm.
was dumb. But anyways,
We still check the candy though.
did we
Still
though? I
checked and
don't think
ate
I
'em.
ever.
No, now, like to this day, I mean, like I still check the girls' candies.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
checked them.
No, and just make sure.
What-
I do the same thing my parents did. I
we
just
pull
make sure
Cassandra.
we eat them. No, I just make sure that they're not. Or usually, like sometimes we just have them pick out what they like, and then we just kind of give the rest away.
That's what
Yeah, it's
I
kind
do
of the same
too.
thing. It's kind of the same
I'm like,
thing.
okay, get whichever ones you like, because I know there's candies that May doesn't like, and there's candies that Lily can't eat.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
So like, we just give those away again.
true.
Yeah, like that's what we would do. We would, well, I like just go through all the candy, take out the best ones that I know they're gonna eat, that I'm gonna eat, and just throw it all back in the bucket.
We're
And I'm like,
recycling
we're
candy.
not
This
gonna
is make us
give.
horrible.
Yeah, like
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna throw it away, so it's like I'd rather give it to somebody who might eat it.
yeah.
So this topic kind of still applies, sort of, to this day. Now, does it only apply because of those rumors that started a long time ago?
But because the world's more messed up now.
Well, that's another thing. Things have gone a little bit more twisted over the years. So I guess that's it. I think the only thing that we don't have to worry about is the drugs and candy. It's
Or
like,
who knows? Because there's some crazy people out there who might do it.
Hmm.
yeah, maybe.
But I don't like. I'm not in our neighborhood.
I don't know.
Nobody here will share.
Nah.
I mean, I remember back in school, I don't know if you remember that organization Dare.
Yeah.
You remember Dare? And they would show us examples like pictures of don't get candy that looks like this and it's just like cheaply wrapped.
That's like, oh,
So
those are the
when
ones I
they would
throw
give
away
us,
anyway.
yeah, like I would see them like
Speaking
none of these look cheaply wrapped. Okay, so I'm safe.
speaking of Dare,
So that's
my apologies.
So there.
My apologies to Dare. But I think that's all we got for this one. It's not exactly like huge. I mean, it is if it ever does happen,
But
but
maybe
other
not
than
in
that,
our
like,
area, but who knows? I mean, the world is a pretty big place
Mhm.
and there's a lot of messed up people.
yeah.
So, but in
Yeah.
our area, that's not something that we really, unless it's like a bunch of teenagers.
I think the
Yeah.
most that like especially the teenagers would do is just pull pranks back in the day.
Which we talked
Like you
about in the last
remember
podcast.
like do you remember like in Hocus Pocus that they what do they call that? That they threw toilet paper all over our house.
TP.
TP a house.
TP'd. Like they do that or they ring the doorbell and run or like
Oh,
that's the most that
ding
would
dong
Oh,
ditch.
we
happen.
get ding dong to church.
Yeah.
There's been
Mhm.
attempts back then, but they suck, man. These kids are just dumb.
But see, like me, I don't open the door if I don't know. Like if you don't tell me, like if you don't tell me you're coming and you doorbell, it will probably take me forever because I don't even bother checking it because the dog goes crazy. So I just look at the camera.
Mhm.
I was gonna say that there's the whole world is filled with ring cameras now.
Yeah, I just look at the camera.
Like
And
ding
like if
dong
I don't
is
know,
out.
yeah. So like if you don't tell me you're
There's no
coming,
point to it anymore.
I'm either not gonna open or
So to all the future possible kids who might be listening or watching this, don't ding dong ditch, man.
Oh,
It's
you
see
can do
you,
pointless.
it.
dude.
It's pointless here.
Yeah, there's ring cameras all over the places now. Like you can't get away
I
with
see
it.
them blasted all over the neighborhood page. Like, somebody come pick up your kids.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much wraps up this one for the what's it called? The fear of razor blades. As one of the next one. The TV specials and movies. Networks like Disney, Channel ABC, Nickelodeon aired special Halloween episodes of popular shows, plus made for TV movies like Hocus Pocus, like Cassandra mentioned, Halloween Town, and more. Those are
Oh,
probably the biggest names in Disney when it comes to Halloween.
that
Hocus
was my
Pocus.
favorite thing ever. The Halloween
That was
movies.
like always looking forward to Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus. There's other movies that they've done, but I don't think it's good enough. Like it doesn't top Halloween Town and Hocus
No.
Pocus. You know what I mean? Like, what's this one called? My mom is dating a vampire, or
Oh
mommy,
yeah, 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 yeah.
something like
It's
Mom's got
that.
a date with a
Mom's Got a
vampire.
Day with a Vampire. That's
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
The little
See, like
vampire.
there's yeah.
To
I
me it was those two. I
mhm.
just recently showed the kids
The
Halloween Tree. Have
Halloween
you ever heard of
tree.
Halloween Tree, Sandra?
No,
Do you know the name Hanna Barbera?
I know Hannah Montana.
So Hanna Barbera was the guy behind all the classic cartoons that you would see back then in Cartoon Network, like
Uh-huh.
freaking Dexter, Pink Panther. I
Oh,
forget the dog's name. That blue dog. That sounds like super high all the time. Flintstones, Jetsons,
mhm.
all those Scooby Doo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was that guy. Well, he made this his very short Halloween cartoon movie called The Halloween Tree, which was actually based on a book, and it's super super eerie for its time, for especially for kids. And I just recently showed it to my kids,
To
and
May,
they
she
liked it.
loved it. She watched it like
Mhm.
what, twice, like back to back.
Yeah,
She loved it.
yeah,
It's cute.
That's so
it's cool.
cool.
I recommend you show it to your kids, or you give it a shot since you
Mhm.
haven't seen it. It's freaking cool.
Yeah. The one video that my kids always look forward to is I've never heard of it until like Dante was probably like 1 years old. The skeleton dance from Disney. I don't know if you
Oh,
heard
the
of that
original
one.
black and white
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that one's
Dante
good
loves
too.
it so much that he learned the dance. He makes me
Nice.
dance it with him. Like there's a part where the skeletons are like bouncing and he's
Yep.
like, jump! And he makes me like
yeah.
Jump
bounce him
for me,
around.
mommy.
And then the part when he's using one of the skeletons as a xylophone, he makes me get down on my knees and he has
And you're
me
the
as a
xylophone.
xylophone. Yes.
But see, it's
That's
That
that
he
awesome.
same
always looks forward to.
style.
Yeah.
It's that same
Yeah.
style. The cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in that
Mhm.
same
Well,
style of
actually,
it.
that cartoon was actually from I want to say
Third? Oh,
40 to 60s. That one.
mhm.
What?
That that
That one's
that one
really
is
old.
old. That one is old.
It's
TV
old.
existed back? No, I'm just kidding.
That one was old, but that's why it's so
I
good.
want to say that was like, yeah, it's really good. But yeah, Dante loves that one, my son.
Yeah. What was it? What was another good one? I know one of my other favorite was Scooby Doo and the Ghouls School.
Oh, you showed that to
I
me
showed her
too.
that one
Yeah.
too, and
You
also
know which? Oh,
no, go ahead, go ahead,
go
go
for
ahead.
it, go for it. No,
Um,
like I just remember Boy Meets World, like a Halloween special.
I I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but I've never seen that episode.
What?
I've never
You
seen
never
that
you
Oh
saw
episode.
my
Boy Meets
I
gosh.
World
saw
though.
Boy Meets
I
World,
always
and,
thought
and
it
I
was
saw a
funny.
good chunk of it, but I just
Mhm.
missed that one.
I think there's two
When did they come?
specials now that I think about it.
But like I think every
They
every show did Halloween specials, so
Yeah.
It's in Disney
right?
Plus. Watch it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I can just watch that episode. Like, as there's nothing like that has like connected to it. I mean.
Like that 70s show did
No.
it.
Oh, that's well, actually, oh yeah, that came out in the 90s. That would count for me too.
Did it?
The
Mhm.
90s.
And
Yeah,
I also think they released a lot of good movies back in the 90s as well. Like, which ones was it? Like Scream.
I was
What
just about to
else?
say that.
I know what
Yeah,
you, yeah.
yeah.
And I know what you did last summer.
That was another one too. That's
You know,
right.
which one I thought was actually boring? Blair Witch.
Don't even get me started on that one.
I guess
I
Boring and it
remember
moves too much
it
I'm
and
was
not even gonna.
boring.
I'm not even gonna say it.
he likes it.
Like,
I
no,
can't.
like
I
I
can't stand
remember
it.
I was in fifth grade when that movie came out. I was in basketball practice, and my sister goes to pick me up, and she was like, "Oh my God, I was so scared coming over here." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "It's because I just saw a movie. Like right now, you can watch it when you get home." Back when we would rent movies, and I went to go watch it. Mind you, I told you how my house is. That's pretty
Mhm.
active. I'm sitting in the living room all alone with my dog with the light off. And rather than like, oh my God, I was literally like just bored, waiting for it to end. And I'm like, that's it? Like, this was boring. Like, I didn't like it.
Facts.
Hmm.
I guess I'm the only one that likes it.
But see, like I used to watch a lot of horror movies when I was little with my brother. And I was used to like the intense, the gore, the suspense, the
Hmm.
this, I don't know, like I was just into.
That movie was suspenseful.
No, it was boring, but in a boring way. Jeez.
I think, I think when it comes to me watching horror movies, it has to be entertaining because I always feel like kind of bored with them because I already know what's gonna happen. Like, oh, you're looking at the door and like the camera's just zooming in at the door. What's gonna happen? Something's gonna just like boom.
Then
Like
you need
you
to watch
already know.
Terrifier 3.
I actually want to see it. I didn't even know about those
Oh,
movies until recently, and I'm like, there's a third, so now I have to see the part one and two to
you
get to
don't
the
have to
third.
see one. You can see two. You can watch one. It's entertaining. Two
I actually
will
want to see.
connect to three.
Curious. Yeah,
Yeah,
But it's like,
I want to see them.
it is like intense. It's like,
yeah. The gore is pretty fucking gnarly.
but
Like
it's so
I
gnarly that it
heard
makes it unreal. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
heard that it's pretty gory. I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like, at least it's
But
not
cheesy
scary. It's
gory.
not supposed to be horror.
yeah, and
Because it makes it
Yeah.
cheesy, like, like the
and
Mhm.
blood and the guts everywhere and just.
and since we're
Because I,
in the subject of the 90s, in the 90s, the horror movies, practical effects. There was no CGI. I mean, there was
Uh-huh.
this not as updated version as we have now, but they relied more on practical effects, which is like the special effect makeup and stuff like that. And
Which is what.
that's all you get in Terrifier.
And I think that's why I like it
mhm,
so much because
Yeah.
I feel like all the new horror movies are just, I don't know.
yeah,
They just
it
don't.
doesn't catch my attention. Like, I try, but I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. Like
No,
The
but Terrifier is
Conjuring,
so
the
different.
Annabelle, like it's just not. Annabelle, I refuse to watch it because of the doll.
what made you like you mentioned Scream, and I know what you did last summer compared to the modern day movies that we have now.
Like what you said about the effects, and I like Matthew Lillard. That's his last name, right? Matthew
Hmm.
and Drew Barrymore. Like I liked those actors and the way how I don't know, but it seemed a lot more better back then than how the movies are done now. I think it's
As
like how
far
you
as like
said it, like
the effects, okay, all right.
the effects and the storylines, and also like the craft. That's
Oh,
not
I love that
scary,
one.
yet it is so good. I love it.
I love me a good witch movie.
I love it too. I don't know. I feel like the
We're the
movies were just better.
weirdos.
They were
So we're
better.
in agreement that 90s stuff was a bit more entertaining, as you guys say.
And
Yeah.
that's what the
I mean,
Terrifier movies
you
are.
got you got the scary movie series. They're like making fun of 90s movies. Like that's how good it was. House
Yeah.
on the Haunted Hill, también, like they were good.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's also
Mhm.
a good one. Um But freaking, you mentioned scary movies. I was able to stand the first one, second one, okay. After that,
I love
they
the second one.
over milked it, and it just
Yeah.
became completely
The what? The scream?
no
Mhm.
scary movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Scary
the
Oh
movie.
horror
yeah,
comedy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. After
Yeah, I
I
two,
really
saw
like the
it.
part 1 too. After the third, yeah, you're right. Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
stopped being like it was just too much.
It started getting very tasteless. Like
Mhm.
okay, like you were funny the first two, three. It's like okay, it's like you can hang the towel now.
I
You're
don't even
done.
remember. I just remember that it's not strong here.
I think
Strong.
that yeah, that was up to there. It was like okay, that is still funny.
Which one was
Part
the
three,
first one?
the first one was with oh my
It
god.
was based on Scary Movie, the Scream. It was based on
The pick
Oh,
up
Scream.
the
that
phone.
you know what? Yeah, yeah,
That
you're right. They were focusing more on
That was
Scream.
yeah, that
Yeah,
one. Okay, I
yeah,
remember that one, and I
yeah.
remember the second one, which was the one that starts with The Exorcist. The second one.
that would
The
have
second one.
was it second or was it third?
Yeah, in the beginning where she's like, "Your
No, it
mom's
was the
here.
second one.
Mom, get out."
Oh, then
Yeah, it
yes,
was the second
yes,
one
yeah, yeah.
with the priest. Fuck this.
So I guess we're all in agreement.
Those two were
90s
good.
90s movies were just more entertaining, even when it came to the
Yeah,
horror
but
comedy.
again, that's why I like Terrifier so much because it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
For
he's funny and he's cute. I don't know how to
yeah.
explain it.
For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm
Reason
talking to
I've
you,
heard
Cassandra, too. You need to go see this.
the only reason I've heard of Terrifier, I didn't even know who it was because of all the TikToks and all the
Oh
memes
yeah, of course.
when he was
Yeah.
just do the and then smile. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
He's so
who is that?
charismatic. I
Like,
don't
where did
know.
he come
Yeah.
from? Like, I need to
Hells
see
yeah.
this. And there's a wrestler that I follow, Rhea Ripley, and she's always posting and posting and posting of the Terrifier. And I'm like, dude, I gotta see this now. I'm so
Yeah.
curious.
He's just so cute. He meets Santa and it's adorable. Go
All right.
watch it.
Yeah. Or
Yes, yes. I actually have them saved on my playlist, the part 1 and 2, so I can watch it.
there you go. There you go. Also covered a lot about Art the Clown and what the first episode of season 5. If you want to get educated on Art the Clown and Terrifier, head on over to that video. And let's move right on to the next one. We covered Halloween themed cartoons, Halloween movies, and I think we all just kind of like leaned a little bit more to the horror movies. Well, actually, no, it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. The next one is still in the same category. I think actually no, I think we pretty much covered this next one. The slasher films. We covered Scream. You know what did last summer? There they are, right there, influencing Halloween costumes and sparking interest in horror theme event. Um, we covered that basically, and also it that also brings a good point. The fact that these movies did bring a lot of money when it came to the costume category or department. Till this
Dude,
day,
people are
you
still
still
to this
see.
day wearing
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Scream
exactly.
mask.
May has a
Mhm.
tiny scream one.
That's right.
Ghostface,
We
sorry.
just got them a little tiny one for kids, and it's the most
It's
adorable thing.
adorable. Lily walks her. She's like, what, not even 2 feet tall. She's like 2 feet tall. She's running around with a little mask on
And a plastic knife.
and a little plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's super good.
yeah. I still have to rewatch them all because anybody who's been watching or stuck around since the beginning knows that I'm not really crazy about Scream, and I've just been told that I have to rewatch it from the beginning, even though the first time I saw Scream back then, I called it right there and then. This is a cult. It's gonna blah 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 blah. Turns out years later, that's exactly what it turned out to be. Like I
I'm gonna
predicted
be
the entire
completely
series
honest.
when it first came out.
Mhm. I'm gonna be completely honest. I only saw part 1. I don't remember the others because, like you, I'm not
See?
interested in watching part 2, part 2. Not there's
Yeah,
some movies
same.
that I feel like they should just leave it alone, and then there's some that maybe they actually are good, and yeah, let's continue it. But
Yeah.
after part 1, I just wasn't interested in part watching part 2.
Wait, but I'm confused. So
Like
like they
after that.
catch him. I remember it being some goofy looking guy, but then it
Yeah.
was another guy, and then it was another
Yeah.
guy. So that's the cult.
That no, well, sort of. I called it out because of that because it
It
basically
kept
screamed.
changing.
Yeah. So basically, Ghostface can be absolutely anybody under the mask, and because they were switching
Mhm.
around so much, I called it out when the first time I saw the first movie back then. I'm like, this is gonna turn out to be some sort of cult because if they continue it, which they did, if they continue it, it's gonna grow to something cult like, which did happen because again, it could be anybody.
Well, see now there's how many movies? 6.
Didn't
Oof.
one just come out recently?
I think it was 6. No,
6 or 7.
7.
Honestly,
I
So
don't
I
even
whenever
don't
I see
know.
know.
somebody dressed as Ghostface, I'm gonna be like, oh, which one are you? Like from what movie? What part?
You should, I wonder if they'll know.
Wow.
You know, there was another film, it just came to mind. Like I love Hocus Pocus. I grew up with that movie.
Oh
We all
yes.
did. I still haven't even seen the second part. I saw pieces of it
The
and I'm
second
like, I'm
the
not
second
even
It's
part's pretty
sure.
okay.
good.
Yeah,
Second part's pretty
Is it
it's
good
not as good
good?
as
actually.
the first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's worth
Uh-huh.
watching.
Because
Like
now
it
I'm
has
hearing
the
that there might
same.
be a third.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
Oh, that's
okay, so what
right.
happened
That's
in the
true.
second? So I need
Oh,
to
we
give it a
can't say she
shot to
hasn't seen
watch
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
T- Bite your tongue. Bite
But
your
I
tongue, woman.
don't think based on how it left, I don't like left off. I don't know if the third would be the same.
I think it's gonna lose its touch, just like because me and Cassandra have
Yeah.
that kind of have that where
Yeah, I feel like it's
they
just
milk it
not.
too much. But even if they do milk it, the story has to like really suck you in, or else it's just a
But I
complete
don't see how
flop.
it's because you need to watch it, Cassandra. Because I just don't. So we can
I
talk about this.
I have
I don't want to
to,
spoil
yes.
it for you
You
either.
know which one that I loved? Because I actually on Saturday I saw Beetlejuice. I finally saw the second part.
Oh,
Oh, you mean
And
Beetlejuice?
I'm like,
Beetlejuice.
yes, I loved it.
it was good.
It actually was good. Like we often have a movie night every month, and the theme was this month obviously Halloween. So we saw Beetlejuice, and it
Nice.
was so good. I loved it.
It's good. Our girl, we
I
took the
love
girls
Tim
to
Burton.
see it.
Tim Burton is the man. I love him.
Yeah, we took Catherine and Lily to see. I was kind of iffy about Lily because she's 2, and I wasn't sure how she was gonna do it, but she loved it. Also, just the first thing she said when it
Mhm.
was over was more Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
Aw.
a 2-year-old
She
saying
was
that.
2. She was so into it, and
Mhm.
then once, yeah, like the very end when it ended, she was like, "No, no, more Beetlejuice, more Beetlejuice."
And that's what I love about, that Tim Burton is still going because he's made a lot of our childhood movies with us growing up, and now our kids are watching movies as he's doing. So
We get
it's
to
it's
carry
just
that.
it's
Yeah,
awesome. Yes. They're like, I saw that movie when I was your age.
yeah.
And like this one
That's
came
so
out
cool.
when I was this oh like I love it.
Now, before we end this one, I have one question for
Mm.
y'all.
Okay.
What do you think of the possibility of a third
The third what?
Beetlejuice?
Hmm.
If there's a third, I'm for it. If it was so good, you never know. Maybe it
Yeah.
might be good. Mhm.
And do you think they're gonna title it Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice? Because the second one's Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. It'd just be like
Maybe Beetlejuice.
it would make
It would make sense.
sense,
But
right?
then anything past
Mhm.
that, I feel like was just no.
Mhm.
What are they gonna call the fourth movie?
But I think that one's gonna be tricky for a couple of reasons. One, Tim Burton is old, and so is Michael Keaton, and there's a reason why they just used him for Batman one last time. I don't think they're gonna do that again either. Also, Lydia's gonna be much more older.
I think they can get away with the third,
It's just gonna have to.
but I think it should end there because I like the Beetlejuice, 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 and Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
Yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. This one's gonna have to be run by Jenna Ortega. I don't know who they're
She's
gonna
gonna
get
take over.
Beetlejuice because Michael Keaton at that point, like I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like,
Oh, not
sorry,
if they
bro.
start filming it soon.
I don't know, man. It took 30 some years for Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Just saying, just saying.
Mhm.
But
Maybe Beetlejuice is baby. I don't know.
I don't know.
And so
Leave it in the video comments in Spotify and YouTube. what do you guys think about the third possibility of a Beetlejuice? And who do you think is going to be taking Michael Keaton's place if they have to replace him?
No, they're just CGI.
Or, or
Bob.
that's another one. Or better yet, who will be in charge of directing? Because again, Tim Burton, like,
He still got it in him.
we'll see.
Still got it.
We'll see. Moving
I
on.
refuse to accept that.
Fuck that shit.
He's got it.
We've pretty much run a lot about TV shows, movies, horror movies, and stuff like that. Now we're gonna jump back into not movies, I guess more of the reality. I don't know what you would call it. This will be the ninth thing. This is the haunted houses. Were they scarier? Located haunted houses during the 90s were intense and less restricted by safety regulations. That's actually very true, resulting in scarier and more immersive experiences. I know, if I remember correctly, Cassandra, you are not that crazy about them, if I remember correctly. You
No,
said that
it's because like the
you
way
lived in a
how
house that was already haunted.
our house
Mine
is
was
pretty
real.
fucking active, dude. Yeah, like my house was already active enough. Like I'm not gonna be scared by actors pretending to be ghosts. So it's like I'm just like, okay, hey, hey,
I think
you're good.
Cassandra, we also mentioned this in last year. Those haunted houses where you have to sign a waiver and they're actually able to physically hurt you.
That's just torture.
So
I I
that
s-
I wouldn't want to join. That I wouldn't do.
There's one that can like literally cut your hair
I
off.
I saw a documentary on that, and holy fuck, dude. The details that that documentary gave, it's like this motherfucker
Oh,
is
you're thinking about
psycho.
the same one that I'm thinking about, maybe.
I think
That
it's the
something
same one.
manner. I don't know what.
Some shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I saw the documentary too. And again, that was just like torture. At one point, even the girl was like, "Can you stop? Like, stop!" And he's like, "No, no, no!" Like he kept recording her because
Yeah.
he put it on a YouTube video and he wanted her to be legit scared.
There's a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name. It's probably under that
Something
name.
manner. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And you can see
Hmm.
this man. This has legal rights to torture you and record you. That's how
Mhm.
messed up these particular haunted houses are. Maybe you should go to one of those. Maybe that'll scare the shit out.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
thank you.
screw
It's just
that.
gonna piss me off.
I'm gonna throw punches.
No one's gonna no one's gonna touch my hair.
I mean, as far as haunted houses go, that's the most extreme today that has gone to. There's somebody out there in the world who can legally hurt
There's
you.
another one that's I don't know what it's called, something, but it's like rooms that they take you in, and in one of them the whole
Escape room,
rooms.
algo así?
No, it's like a haunted house, but
No.
I don't know if it's 13
Oh, okay.
rooms or something like that. And one of the rooms literally
Mhm.
like flips like
Oh
upside
my
down, and
gosh.
I think I know what you're talking
in
about.
another one they put you inside
Mhm.
like a wall like that, and then they put plastic, and so you're literally suffocating. But it only lasts for a
Ah,
few
la
Oh my
madre.
it only lasts for a few
gosh.
seconds. In another one, they put you inside a cage, and then that goes down into water, and they have you underwater for like again another couple of seconds or
Mhm.
whatever, and then they lift you back up. So, but you can choose
What
to
if you
skip
forget to
the
hold your
room.
breath?
You won't die because they only do it for a amount of seconds, but you have to sign a waiver, and also you can skip the rooms if you want to. There are certain
Huh.
rooms that you cannot skip, but the majority, like, you can skip through most of
Yeah,
them. Like
yeah.
if you don't want to do that, then
Mhm.
there's another one where they'll shoot you, like with not real, obviously, but like
Oof.
it's a lot. Yeah, it looked pretty cool, but I would not go to it.
I think that's
My
as
gosh.
extreme as haunted
But
houses
that's
have gone now.
now. I don't know about back then, because honestly, to be honest, I've never ever been. I don't think I ever went to a haunted house when I was in the 90s. Like,
I think the only haunted houses that I remember going to were the ones the school would do for us.
yeah, but nothing.
And
I never
even
went to a
there,
haunted house.
I would be like, "Hey, coach. Hi, teacher."
Yeah,
Like,
I would go to those. I'll go to the ones that were around my parents' neighborhood. They would make a few of those. But I mean, as
mhm.
far as like physically, I mean, they would like take candy or something. Like they would be like, steal candy from your bag or something. Or every now and again, they'll maybe accidentally push you just for the sake of just scaring
Mhm.
you.
I
But
think now now that you mention it, in the neighborhoods, they do some little haunted houses, like little things, and the only way for you to get candy is like to get in there. So it's
that's,
like
that's weird.
well,
Way.
that's kind of
I
the
can't.
point.
Yeah, like no, like what I was gonna say is like I can't get startled. I can't do it because I need to be brave for my kids because then they're gonna run out screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like my reaction is literally just put my head down, walk forward, and be like, "It's okay, pa. That's okay. Get your candy. Okay, let's go."
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's literally the same thing I do with kind of. It's fine. It's just some guy in a costume. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
I can picture Cassandra putting her best poker face. To uh, so that was haunted house in the 90s. Now it's just like, well, again, that the one we mentioned, those were the most extreme. But as far as like haunted houses now, I mean, there's one that they have already ready. That has been ready to go, by the arena.
Is it the same people that did the one previous year's Fear? Is that what that is?
No, this one's called Kukui.
Mm.
It's called Kukui. You drive by behind the arena in big white letters, Kukui. I'm like,
See,
oh, okay.
And I wanted to go, but somebody killed our trip about it. They said that it was not worth the $15.
Oh yeah, it's a $15 entrance. By
And
the
somebody
way,
told us that it was not worth it. So I was like, oh, damn,
I
that's a
think it's
bummer.
funny that they named it after something our parents would always tell us, like, "Don't
The
go over there,
cuckoo.
tal cucuy, el
yeah,
cucuy."
and again, it has to do with the whole, where we're
Maybe
from.
we should go and get inspired.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should hit this place up. Look out for us, Kukui. We're coming for you, Kukui.
We're coming for you, cuckoos.
I dropped my damn can. I think that's pretty much what we got up for haunted houses. I mean,
They were not scarier.
like Cassandra says, in the 90s, I mean, we were kids, so
They were scarier to us, but
well, yeah. I mean, I was a little twisted little kid who liked scary stuff, so I was like just looking forward to the scaring. So I wanted it. I accepted it. Which is why I became the adult that I am now. Let me look what I'm fucking wearing. It's ridiculous in a good way. Or you look like a giant candy corn, actually,
yeah.
with more
I-
chocolate.
I like
It's
to wear my
actually
Booze
so
and Chill
cute.
shirt when I come with you. Huh?
That's actually a cute sweater.
Oh, thank you. I got it on Shein.
Not the first time they complimented that
I
sweater.
know. I
by
get
the
so
way.
many compliments, and it was only like $12.
I didn't get it. Dude, all I can wear now is just muscle shirts. That's all I have now.
We need to go shop. We need to go online shopping.
Yeah.
¿Verdad?
All right, moving on to the next one, and this kind of connects to the haunted houses because Sandra mentioned the haunted houses at school, and this is exactly it. Themed parties in school, when Halloween parties at school were bigger with parades, costume contests, and theme games. There was less restrictions on what kids could wear compared to today. That is a big one. Fucking kids can't even take masks.
But see, like, okay.
And that it has to do with how you're saying that the world is just like, it's a bit more messed up.
I agree,
now.
but also in May's school, I have seen kids with masks, kids in those like inflatable costumes, and like basically everything they say like not to. There's kids who still do it. No face painting or something like that. Also,
And you still see little fuckers with that?
yes. They're literally in inflatable dinosaur costumes, and I'm like, how is that practical for school?
So what you're telling me is that we can send May full on costume, and no one's gonna say shit.
Well, I've seen them when we pick her up.
And then we're gonna test the waters this year.
She wants to be a vampire.
Oh, that's right.
But I
can-
am gonna paint her
Vampire's not
face.
that bad.
I am gonna put blood on her face, and if they don't like it, too bad.
She can borrow my Dracula mask that I bought at Target. Just test the waters.
I mean, you can.
Do it.
Worst case scenario,
Do
they'll
it.
just tell her to put it in her backpack and they'll let her. They let them wear. It's because I see the parade.
Yeah.
I guess they let them wear it for the parade, and
Yeah,
then
probably
after
for the
that, they just
parade,
put
and
it
then
in their
for the rest
backpack.
of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it last year with the dojos, like they tell you, like, make sure they have clothes because last thing we want is for them to be uncomfortable all day
Yeah.
in
Uh
their
huh.
costume.
But
Mhm.
that's why I always try to send May with something practical and like
Yeah.
something
Nah, man.
comfortable.
Back then, you go to school with the costume and you fucking wear it till
I
school's
know.
over, dude.
I know. It
And I
was
was okay with
I
that.
awful.
go back to los tacones.
Uh huh. It was
Those were the
awful, but it was
last time
worth
I
it.
wore it because the
You would
parades. I remember
suck
if
it
you
up
dressed up,
because you
you got
wanted to
them.
be cool.
And you want her to look cool all day.
Yeah.
But see, kids now don't care. Like May's just like, this is bugging me. Take it off. And it's like, but your costume, it's fine. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't care. Like May wants to
Yeah.
be comfortable, and like she'll wear it up until it gets to a point where she's like, yeah, like I'm done with this. Take it off. And we like did not wear it till the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like
Our
Like,
parents
look.
did not spend all that money for us to wear it just half a day.
Like, if I take this off, I'm going to get hit.
like the Huggy Wuggy costume. That
Okay, it
thing was
wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
The Huggy Wuggy costume. That thing was expensive. The
Oh,
Kissy
that's
Missy.
dude.
The Kissy Missy costume was freaking expensive. She didn't even wear that for Halloween. That's not what she was.
That's just for
Like
fun.
that was just for fun. She put it on. We didn't buy it though. Like her grandpa got it for her. But it was expensive, and it was like she put it on for like what, maybe like 5 minutes, and then
It's
I'm
too
done.
hot.
It's too hot. I'm done. And that's it.
Oh my god.
Never wanted to wear it again.
But yeah, in the 90s, you wanted to be cool. You like how I mentioned the gargoyle. I was Goliath. I don't give a fuck what my teacher said. I'm fucking Goliath, bitch. I don't do homework. I'm Goliath.
I don't think we did anything that was actually school related on Halloween.
Oh fuck no. Mm-mm.
It was science day. That's what they called it.
Yeah. It
Cassandra,
still
what do
is.
you remember
Yeah.
about school stuff?
For
Halloween school stuff.
Halloween, parades
Mm-hmm.
and the candy. And like I go back to the haunted house they would do in the gym.
I don't think that
Mhm.
when I was in school there was parades, but then again, I came from a Catholic school. Maybe that might have something to do with it. They had the Jamaica,
Yeah, we had like the
but
haunted house in the
parade,
gym.
I
And
didn't have. I don't think we had parades.
and then we had like the costume contests. I won most original one time.
Aye.
I hated my costume that year.
I won, but I didn't feel like a winner.
I did not. It was one of those situations where it was like, Mom, this is what I want to be. And my mom's like, no, you're going to be this.
Pero ganaste. ¿Y?
And then I was wearing those tacones. Like, I was wearing like these shoes with like heels. And I was in pain all day. And I just wanted to go like take it off.
Pero ganaste,
And then to top it
niña.
all off,
Okay.
and then to like top it all off, the weather here, it's like it's still hot in Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
our
still
fall
uncomfortable.
consists of winds of not a lot of wind and around what, the 80s? Maybe around 80s.
80s at night. 90s during the day.
Oh my
Last
god.
year it actually was nice. It was cold.
I hope
Was
it's
it? Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
hope
right.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's
that
why they
this
were
year.
doing that trick-or-treating in the mall because everyone was like, no, it's gonna be a freeze. It's gonna be super
Oh, and it
cold.
was gonna rain, and I don't know what.
Yeah,
And it didn't.
Now we didn't
it
care.
did.
We
It
went.
was
We were like,
No,
actually it
we.
was actually a good night.
it was, dude. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Spooky, cold, and possibly drizzly night.
Do we know what the weather's gonna be like now?
I don't think so. I hope it
90s.
turns out to be like that. Maybe not so much so drizzle or rain, but just like cold. So you
Mhm.
can actually be comfortable outside, muffled up in your costumes.
It's gonna be
Well,
92 and 72.
while
Ugh.
these ladies check for the weather, we can go and move on to the next one.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. Ew.
The next one is this one is possibly to me the one where it's like it separates from the 90s to like now, and that is minimal technology with so many smartphones, school media distraction. Halloween as was all about being present in the moment, going door to door and engaging face to face. That's probably a huge big one for me. Like you were in the moment. There was like if you were gonna record, it was on the camcorder. And then after that, you just like take it home and watch it whenever you remember it. Or it's like you record 1 year and the following year, like, oh, remember when we did that? And I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I recorded it. Let's look at it.
But it's the same thing now. Just people do it with their cell phones. Because I don't see anybody walking around like literally scrolling through their phones.
Sadly,
What do
I
they
do.
use it for? To take pictures and to take videos.
Half true, but compared to how it was back then and now,
It's easier now. You have it in you have it in the palm of your hand.
yeah. But there's also this sort of like kind of sort of disconnection because again, people lived in the moment. They
Yeah,
weren't.
no. See, the problem is that now everybody gets home and they immediately want to go online and post it, and then they just ignore their kids.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
But I'm talking about the actual like being
You
around.
know what I always thought is funny is like, yeah, I don't know if you've seen those videos that my babies are my world and they're like posing, but like behind the scenes, they're like, stand right there next to your brother. Yeah, like they're just throwing a fit
Yeah, I think
like
that's kind
that.
of like is towards that type of person,
Mhm.
I guess. I think that's where this one
I mean,
hits those type of people.
like when it comes to trick or treating, I don't like to use my phone. Maybe just one house or two because I like to see, like, I like to kind of like capture the, like you said, like capture a moment of
Yeah.
how my kids are enjoying it. But other than that, like, I want to be part of it too,
You want to
not being,
experience it, looking around, looking at
yeah,
people's costumes. That's like half the fun. And
like,
there's some people acting
see,
crazy.
mm-hmm,
And it's funny because
like
I
that.
remember last year where I was like walking around with my camera recording their. Oh no, I recorded their first time trick or treating.
Hmm.
Did I record? Did I record this the Lily? I can't remember if I did.
I don't remember
Oh
either.
shit, I'm a bad father. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Terrible.
but I did record, but I recorded their first. I think. I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I was living in the moment.
And I said last year. Last year I
You're
didn't do that.
like,
Last year I didn't have time to do absolutely
Last year we
anything.
did not even have time to take pictures, and we decorated our house so nice.
you showed me bits and pieces of it,
Like
like,
before,
but
but not like during the party. Like we didn't get a chance to.
mm-hmm.
We didn't get a chance to like really like document any of that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, like, little boy allergies. Anywho, yeah, like when it comes to trick or treating, I like to be with my kids to enjoy it. So, like, you really don't see much of what I post because I really don't. I just put my phone away. But like, you're constantly seeing everybody like walking and they're just head down with their phones, or they're gathering up in a group taking pictures, selfies, and
Oh, that yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I think that's kind of where that thing refers to. There's like a lot of people just like getting into their costumes and just like taking like 50 pictures for some reason.
You gotta get the right angle.
I don't know. Anything else we can add to this? Anyway,
Just people put your phones away. Okay.
that's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
enjoy
that's it.
it.
Live in the
Maybe
moment.
take a video or two, like take a picture, video or two with of your kids having their experience, and that's it. Go have fun. We
Yeah.
have that holiday once a year.
Yeah.
After a certain time, everybody is done passing out candy and they go inside. So
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna miss all of that because you want to be on your phone. Like we are all on our phones every single day. Like it is literally now glued to our hands. We cannot live without it. Just put it away for like an hour or two and
Yeah.
go have fun with your kids.
Yeah, most people are living their lives through the lens and not in person.
Like there's some that they're trick or treating and they have live, like they're showing it live. Like, dude, we're right here. We're trick or treating too. Why do we want to
Okay,
watch you
that one
trick-or-treating?
is a bit overboard, I think.
Going live.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think that
Unless
one.
you're the one, like, let's say we're hosting the haunted house and we're like, hey guys, we're
Yeah,
here,
like
blah, 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 come over here.
that I
Well, that's at
understand,
And
home.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only
Mhm,
acceptable. Like, if you're like, oh, here
Yeah.
we are, this, like, in this
mhm.
street, this area, this neighborhood, whatever, like, come by, get your candy.
Okay.
Bye.
Like that's understandable.
That's
Those
actually
that
good.
put life like to show their house or like, hey guys, look at this neighborhood. It's real good. Come over here. That it's okay. But if you're gonna be trick-or-treating in your life, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like we're doing it
If
too.
you're
We're
gonna
not
go
gonna
with the
sit around
loca,
and
do it at
watch.
home. The people from where we're from will definitely understand that joke.
Mhm.
Shout out to Go to the Loca, I guess. It's one of the next one here. We've done. I think I might have missed a few here.
No, you didn't.
Theme parties, we did that. Minimal technology, and now the next one's MTV Halloween specials. You remember MTV
I
when it
remember
was cool?
MTV.
When you used to play Who's Your Own Halloween culture when it's theme music videos, horror movie marathons. I don't remember that. And
I don't
versus
remember that.
hosted spooky shows that set up the tone for the night. I don't remember MTV putting up horror movies, to be honest with you.
Is it like the
I don't
ABC
remember
family?
much about MTV.
I liked it when it had
Music.
music videos, like good music
Like Backstreet
videos.
Boys.
Sure.
That's the only
Wait,
Halloween I can think of, the Backstreet Boys.
oh, dude, we're classics, Thriller, Michael Jackson. Um,
Mhm.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Ghostbusters did one. The Don't Fear the Reaper, that's considered one. I can't remember the name of the band right now. What was another one? Oh my god, how that song go? Always feels like somebody's watching me. That one. I can't remember the name of the band, but that's another one. There's a few,
Uh-huh.
and MTV kind of set the tone for that, and I think MTV kind of set
Uh-huh.
like a pretty big staple for those songs, because those songs you
Mhm.
hear them every single year. My father is guilty of that. He puts those songs every single year.
Mhm.
You don't remember anything? I can see you thinking, huh?
My brain's like, because I'm thinking of the movie thing, and I'm like, I remember like the ABC like the channel had like movies every night on Halloween, like on October, but I don't remember MTV.
That's what
It's
I'm saying.
Freeform now, right?
Freeform, yeah.
The fuck is
That's the one you're talking
Freeform?
about.
ABC
It
Family,
used to be
whatever.
ABC Family, but they changed it to Freeform. And
And
that's
they
what I
used to
always
do
look
that.
forward to, like the 31 Nights of Halloween.
That they used to do that, but I don't
Mhm.
remember MTV ever doing it because it says MTV, like
Yeah.
they
I
did
was never big on MTV, honestly.
it
The
was just
only
for the
reason
music.
I would watch, no, actually, like even with the music, I would watch the music videos on Fuse. I don't know if
Oh
you know
yeah.
that channel. That was a
I don't.
really good
Fuse was
channel.
like a little bit more later, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Fuse was a
think
little bit
so.
more later.
See,
Like
I
But
feel like I was
even
too
then, like,
small for when it was just MTV.
a
yeah,
good
like
example,
MTV, I don't know much.
that I can think of right now is Rob Zombie.
Mm,
Nobody really knew who Rob Zombie was, and you know who put Rob Zombie in the top?
MTV.
Well, besides MTV, you know who it was?
Oh.
Beavis and
Chucky.
Butthead.
Yep.
Beavis and Butt. You know they would have skits where
Yeah,
they
yeah,
watch
yeah.
music videos. Well, one of those Rob Zombies. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Rob Zombie. It was White Zombie when he was in the White Zombie band.
Yeah.
The Thunder something 69. That's the song. They
Mm-hmm.
played it
Yeah.
there, and after that, they just went nuts. They started coming on MTV. Well, Beavis and Butthead was an MTV.
So then that,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
Mhm.
that
started
makes sense.
airing their music video there, and it kind of just blew up.
Mm.
Real dummy, Chucky.
Horror rock. Oh yeah. The Living Dead
Living
Girl
Dead Girl.
and
Mhm.
that song that I'm talking about them. Yeah.
That
Oh,
the
Thunder
Thunder
Kiss.
one.
It was Thunder Kiss. It was Thunder
Yeah.
Kiss. Yeah.
Mhm.
still don't remember MTV movie night.
No, Christina, believe me, I don't remember much about MTV.
I'm really big on music, so that's
It's
why I
just
know.
But
no, I am
no,
too,
I'm
but I
thinking of
don't
the
remember
movie
much on
nights,
MTV.
the horror movie marathons, like that. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm stuck on that too because I'm like,
That's the one I'm stuck on because the music videos, yeah, but like the movie
Yeah.
marathons, I don't get.
The most
Sorry.
that I remember about MTV was Total Request Live. And I know that they would often do themes like for Halloween and TRL.
I
That's the
remember
most I remember.
TRL. I don't remember that other one you mentioned.
The
Sorry,
what?
the kids.
That first one you mentioned, the not TRL. I know TRL, but the first one you
Yeah,
mentioned.
Total Request Live. That's how it's called. TRL, Total Request Live.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
remember that.
So I know that they would do certain themes and obviously they would have Halloween night. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the most I would. Ooh, my son's he's being a ghost right now.
All right. I think we don't really have much about the
We don't have
MTV.
anything to contribute.
But that was one of the ones I did remember. White Zombie, now Rob Zombie, becoming big because of MTV, and because
Mm.
Rob Zombie is very well known for doing his horror metal rock music. So it's very very fitting. Which I actually did a live, and Rob Zombie was in my top 5. So I'll maybe link these videos in the show notes down below. Let's move around to the next one. This one is urban legends and chain letters. The pre-internet era made urban legends and creepy chain letters passed among kids feel more authentic and terrifying. What do you
Oh
what do you
my
guys
God,
think
those
about that?
chain letters.
What do you guys think
My
about that?
sister believed in chain letters. I thought they were just stupid.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too
Yeah,
when actually
definitely.
like if you don't
What
pass
I
these,
always
you
thought,
will die in at night by a
what I always thought
clown.
was weird,
Some
right? Like
bullshit.
I remember my sister once got one in the mail and I'm like looking at her like, how did you get one in the mail? Like, how do they know who you are?
That's fucked
I
up.
don't know. She was freaking out and my dad just grabbed it, throw it away. Just
Yeah.
he threw it in the trash and she was like, wait, no. Like
Yeah,
she
that's
actually
fucked
believed
up.
in it.
That is. I mean, I don't think I gave. Like, if I got one, oh,
Oh, just throw it away.
yeah, like
Ma.
yeah.
Ah, mira,
Wait,
mira.
that was so small. I can't read this shit.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's like if somebody passed one to Catherine right now,
Oh yeah, that's true.
she would probably you are. Oh, this is so exhausting. She would just throw it.
That's actually kind of true. Yeah, that's
So,
true. And what about urban legends? What urban legends do we have here? La
La
Llorona.
Llorona.
La Llorona. I
La
love how we kind of
Llorona.
said that
Yeah.
almost. The
Yeah.
chupacabras. Where happened to the chupacabra?
I was
It
about
was
to
in
say,
here. The chupacabras was in Mexico.
But yeah, but you would hear about it. I think I might have even had a T-shirt of chupacabra at some point.
No, La Llorona was here because of the river.
Yeah.
But she
mhm.
was everywhere where there's a river, apparently.
She was everywhere in there. I was literally just talking to one of my friends about that. Like, dude, La Llorona is in every river, both Mexico and Texas, like on the
Mhm.
border.
She
You're gonna
travels by
hear her
boat.
crying.
It's because she walks it back and forth.
Yeah. We
That's
also
a hell of a
another one is
Sick.
the Mothman. There's a road close
Oh,
by where
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
seen a lot.
That's on the way where to
I can't remember the name of the little town right
Eagle
now.
Pass? No.
No, not Eagle Pass. It's shit. I can't remember.
But it's like a curb.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like you turn on the road and supposedly like you can see him standing in the middle of the road.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
that
I
would
never
be
heard of
the
that.
next one.
No, I don't remember where it was, but we used
I
to go
never
with
heard
my
of that.
brother. We used to travel because he would have to work like out of town, and we would go through that road at night. It was
And I
Mhm.
passed
creepy.
by there not too long ago because of work. I can't freaking remember the name
It
of
was
the thing.
creepy.
If anybody knows out there watching, place the name in the
I
show
bet my
notes down
mom
below.
knows.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
was it Eagle Pass? No,
No, it wasn't Eagle Pass.
it was on the way. I mean,
Possibly.
on the way there.
Should
Possibly.
Google it.
I know you are
Back
right
then we
now.
had no Google. Yeah,
we're gonna
because I never heard of that one.
yeah, it's just one particular row where he's spotted
He
a
stands in the
lot.
middle of the, or like he's spotted there, and then somebody, a ghost or him, I don't know who, stands in the middle of the road, and you're not supposed to stop. You're supposed to
Yeah.
just keep going.
Dude, why are you gonna stop? Just go.
Because sometimes it just looks like a person, so people think it's a person and they
Even if
brake.
it's just a person, just go.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm not gonna
It's
stop.
your fault for standing in the middle of the road.
and I think the most recent one, I think I might have even mentioned this in a podcast. The most recent one, and it just started popping out. And this kind of might freak Cassandra out. It might freak you out because it lingers around the old Mercy Hospital. And it's been
Oh yeah.
seen. I don't know if you know this, but it's like this like giant, like 9 foot tall devil looking uh silhouette shadowy figure that just pops out every now and
There
then
by
now
the Mercy Hospital?
by
Rayman.
there.
Rayman.
Huh.
I caught it on camera.
Did you?
Yes.
No way.
I caught it, and ever since then, I don't drive near the hospital. I drive a block
Dude, you got
away.
to send me that picture so I can put it somewhere around this
No,
section.
no.
No?
It
Why?
was
You
back
deleted it.
like a year after it wasn't my camera. It was a friend's camera.
You need to tell
What
your
we did,
friend to send it
no,
over.
like what we did, and maybe if you're brave enough, try it. We drove in front of that, like, and it's a double gate. I don't know if you've seen that. Like, it's a gate that's just locked
It's
así
on the
junto.
side.
Yeah, like you're driving, and what I did was that I opened the window. I did it as a joke. Like I just took out the digital camera. It was a digital camera, and I just click record, and we were just driving by. And later on, I go back to the video, and I just see like us, like the driving by, and you just see like a small, like thin green line, like
Uh-huh.
passing, and all you hear is that's all you hear. And I'm like, what was that? And I like rewind it, but you have that feature that you can freeze
Yeah.
así as
Yeah.
it's going. And I got that line to stop right in the middle, and you just see an angry face, as if we were to stop the car, he was gonna run after you. Like he
Your
was
friend needs to
just
send me
it
that
did
clip for
it
real.
looked so
That's
demonic.
cool.
Like
Oh,
it looked
crap.
so bad. So ever since then, I drive a block away. Like if it's on the side, like anywhere, block away. I don't drive near it.
Your friend's got
And
to send me that
if
clip,
we
man.
were,
You're even
dude,
looking
that was
behind you now.
like
you're
that
you're
was like back in '08.
damn.
Oh no.
That was a long time
I
ago.
just thought of
That's what I'm
something, but
saying.
I can't.
Do it.
I just thought of something, but I can't.
Mhm.
I'll tell y'all after.
Wait, no, now you gotta say
I
it, man.
can't say it.
Okay, fine. For Patreon, stay tuned.
Maybe for Patreon, but I can't say it on camera. But now it's just like God, like it just.
Girl, you better tell me later, because now I want to know.
Okay, yeah. Patreon, stay tuned for that.
You already know.
I can't read your eyes right now because there's a glare.
You already know.
But yeah,
Can I just like message you?
well, you can message her. I know you can't stand waiting, but for Patrons, it's coming. It's coming. So while we these girls, talk about this through their phones in secret. Secrets don't make friends, by the way. We're gonna move on to the next one, and this is glow in the dark everything, and which is kind of sort of true. Glow sticks, glow in the dark vampire teeth, neon accessories were to go items for trick or treaters to stay visible in the dark. It's more of like a hazard thing, but it was also a hazardous thing because there was also some dumb kids who would fucking chew it, and it's just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But glow in the dark everything, yeah, that's kind of true. There's not a lot of it now that I can think of, but back then, like, and now it's something just occurred to me. Our shout out to my friend Tony. That guy has this thing for glow in the dark stuff.
Oh
I don't know if you can
yeah.
remember that, But yeah, our friend has this thing about glow in the dark everything. But what?
Don't read it out
I'm
loud.
not going to. Oh, okay, right. Um, that's true. But yeah, glow in the dark everything. I think that's pretty sure where my friend Tony kind of sort of like got that out of it because he was around for the '90s too. So it just clicked to me like, oh, that's why he's so obsessed with glow stuff. Um, but I mean, yeah, glow in the dark everything was pretty much everywhere in the '90s. The number one thing I can think of is like the glow in the dark teeth, like it mentions. Those are a thing.
Is the liquid inside bad?
It has
Yeah.
chemicals. You're not supposed to drink it. I mean, you can
No, not
maybe like.
drinking it, but cause what they would do, they would just like throw the liquid on,
I
and it
mean,
would kind of land on your skin and stuff. Is that bad?
yeah, just don't consume it.
Well, no, but even it just landing on your skin, isn't that bad?
I mean, they say the same thing about Sharpie, but
Maybe.
here in the future, people are
Here
tattooing
we
that
are.
shit. Yeah, here we are.
We would draw on ourselves. I mean, nothing happened.
Yeah, especially because me as a kid, when I wasn't,
But don't say that
don't say what.
because we are telling our kids like don't say that we would draw on ourselves because we're like telling our kids don't do it. It's bad for you.
Oh, nah, my kids are still doing it. In fact, just not too long ago, our 7-year-old just got this gel pen thing that you can draw on paper, right? And it has that
A black light.
a black light to actually see it.
Mhm.
Invisible ink. She was drawing on herself. She drew me, drawing
She drew on
her.
me. She drew on everyone. She did like a nose
Mhm.
and whiskers on her sister.
I did. I wrote. I have this portrait tattoo. My first portrait tattoo I did on my lap of Michael Myers, and with that same pen, I wrote the day he came home. I put it on TikTok and got a lot of likes.
Yeah, and then he never washed that leg. No, I'm just.
It looked kind of cool. It looked kind of cool. It really did.
But yes, glow in the dark. Yes,
But yeah, glow in the dark stuff. I wasn't really that big on it.
me neither.
Cassandra, were you big on glow in the stuff? Anything? You didn't have
No.
you didn't have like some sort of glow in the dark Sailor Moon rod or something?
No, man, it was
We
battery
had the
operated.
sticks that they would get attached to our wrist. This was the glow
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
That's all we
Okay.
had. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of glow in the dark fans here, but apparently, yes, I do remember. Also, the Scream glow in the dark mask that was also pretty big,
Mm-hmm.
and there was
The bleeding one?
there was also the bleeding one. That's true.
Mhm. Now there's the bedazzled one.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I fucking hate when they bedazzle stuff.
Hey.
At that point, it's more like Scream.
You walk into the party, everybody scream. It's because now they make everything sexy,
Whatever, dude.
It's for sexy scream. Sexy ghost face.
It's Halloween is supposed to be scary.
Haven't you ever seen Mean Girls? It's the one night of the year when
Was
girls can
about
dress like
to
a
say
total
that.
slut.
Girls
And no
can
one
dress
can
up as
say
slut.
anything.
Girls. Whatever. I'm gonna drop that.
Girls can be as a slutty ghost face.
Whatever, man. Let's move on to the next one.
He's like, I'm done with this.
Slutty mouse.
Done with this bullshit. Next one is no social media. Kind of falls into that last one that we did for costume judgment. That's actually possibly a really big one. In the 90s, you didn't have to worry about getting your costume judged in social media. You were free to be as silly, creative, or spooky as you wanted. I mean, you still can, but there's like, again, the social media thing.
Like if that one year that I told you that I won the most original costume, if people in Facebook or in online would have seen it, like everybody would have been so pissed.
You got a lot of haters, man.
I would have had a lot of haters. They would have called me a bunch of shit because I was dressed as a geisha. Is that what they're called?
I don't know what
Geisha?
you were talking about.
Geisha. I don't know how you pronounce
But
it. I'm sorry.
what's it called?
Yeah, like let me see.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
that's actually
geisha.
true, man. That's actually true. Like if you like how you said, if you would have posted that night when you won.
I was dressed like that.
Oh, here, show it to
Hmm.
to your camera.
Oh.
Yeah,
One of
geisha.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Cute
hated it. I
though.
did not want to be that. But I didn't want to be that. Like I wanted to be something else. I want to be a vampire or something like that. And
Uh-huh.
my mom was like, at the fabric, so I made you that.
But no, yeah, like you would
I
have done
mean,
a lot
And
of
I would have
it's
good,
gone on
man.
a hate, but it would have been on my mom, not on me. Maybe she deserved it. I didn't want to be
yeah,
that.
like it's true. Like back in the day, like we can just wear whatever we wanted. We would have fun.
I was being called
Nowadays, you
culturally
post
inappropriate.
it. Yeah, like it's what's that word? Yeah, cultural appropriate.
Cultural
What's that word?
Cultural
inappropriate.
appropriation.
Appropriate. Yeah, like
Eso.
you can't
Eso.
even. Yeah, like if anything you wear can offend somebody, and or let's say like I know a few years ago, who was it? Demi Lovato, that she dressed
Mm.
up like Selena, and
And people got
everyone was
offended.
quick to say too much boob, or that's like, like everyone has something to complain about.
Or not enough boob.
But see, okay, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I don't give a like. Does that make sense? Like, I respect your opinion, but stay in your
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah.
Say, like it's true. Like I'm not dressing up for you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's just people comments.
Like,
If
come
you
on,
don't
Ray.
like it,
I
just
know that you post. Yeah, like Ray, like I know that when you're gonna post a picture of your costume, you're not gonna give a shit what everyone says, right?
Nope.
No,
mm-mm.
Then you shouldn't.
You're dressing up for
no,
yourself,
you
not for
shouldn't.
everybody else.
You're dressing
Yeah.
up to have fun. You're dressing up like, you're being creative. Like, why should you care what somebody behind a keyboard has to
Yeah.
say? Why
Yeah,
are you gonna
exactly.
let them ruin? Why are you gonna let them ruin your fun because they can't have fun? You know.
Yeah. And that's kind of the sad
Mhm.
truth. Just like someone sad behind the keyboard.
Bitter people.
Bitter people. But yeah, that's kind of the takeaway from so social media. Like there's a lot of people. What's the word? What do they call them? Trollers or whatever the fuck. Some
Trolls. Yeah.
trolls
Pros.
or whatever. There's a term for them.
Hmm.
And those kind of people who just like have nothing else to do but just comment a bunch of you know
Complain.
Oh, why do
bullshit
they do
stuff
that?
Hmm.
just to ruin your day, to make them feel better, kind of
To make them feel better
whatever.
about
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yo
um
nomás, the moment I see a complaint block, there you go. Problem
yeah.
Like
solved.
if you don't like it, get the out of my page.
Yeah, that's the only, I guess, negative thing to take away from this topic is just those
Hmm.
people. It goes right down to people, not all people, just those people specifically.
Yeah, but like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I don't care about it, so you don't have to tell
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Hmm. You
All right.
shouldn't care.
No, you shouldn't. Don't let the trolls or haters or
The
whatever bring you
haters,
down.
the
Don't
haters, because they
don't
hate.
let the man bring you down. That's a School of Rock. uh,
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody caught that. Let's move on to the next one here, and this is carving pumpkin. This one hits close to home to us. Was an event pumpkin carving was more elaborate and competitive. The focus was on classic jack-o'-lantern faces, which I know you're a big fan of,
I love that.
rather than inaccurate designs you'd find today. I'm sorry, integrate. Uh, I mean, it has evolved to such a point where it's almost like sculpting
It's an art.
now. Now it's an art.
But personally, I love the traditional jack o' lanterns.
Which,
You
by
know
the
what
way, if
I
you
see
guys,
nowadays?
no,
Sorry.
go on, no, go on,
Like
go
what
on.
I see nowadays is that instead of carving the pumpkin, they're just painting it
Oh no, 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 that's
and
not fun.
adding things around it.
I mean, you can add paint to the carving.
No, 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 but they don't carve them at all. They just
No,
do
like,
painting. But
but
that's
yeah, they
easier for
don't carve them. They
kids.
just paint it. Yeah.
I feel like that's easier for the kids.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because I did that with the girls with the tiny pumpkins, but then we carved pumpkins too.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
But that's mostly because Catherine wanted to paint one. But
yeah,
because that's what they do in school and things like that.
yeah. And as far as pumpkin carving goes, if you got this far in the video podcast, Uh, I need to ask you, the viewers or listeners, if you voted in the last podcast for which one was the coolest pumpkin. Still waiting on those votes. Hint, hint, hint.
You deleted the post that had them
That was my bad,
because
and
you were losing.
I explained it already twice. Where I'm gonna explain it twice.
It was just because he was losing.
No, it was a total bullshit accident on my end.
Yeah, he was losing. Mine was winning. My traditional pumpkin was winning.
Whatever. Cassandra, do you pumpkin carve?
Yes. Sadly, I try to like do it for my kids, and it always ends up being just for me because they don't have an
Hey.
interest in it.
do
The
you, do
one
you
time that hmm?
do you
The
also
one
get
time that I
super
was
into it?
actually I get into it. Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes like yeah, like I do try with my kids, but when it comes down to like the whole cutting, they're like
Oh no,
and they leave.
Lily and Catherine can't do that.
I
No.
think like when my oldest was 1 years old, I did one carving and I was actually proud of it, but nobody recognized it. I had to like, it's Winnie the
Oh.
Pooh. I did
No.
a Pooh Bear's face and nobody saw it. They
Damn.
didn't understand it.
It's art. They don't get it.
Mhm. They don't.
Hey, I mean, if you're that into pumpkin carving, maybe you should join us next year. It gets
Mhm.
pretty
I would really
competitive
love
Yeah.
here.
But like my
I
girls
would
just
really love
all they
that.
do is they just scoop the insides a
Mhm.
little bit and then they're done. And then there was my nieces and my nephew, like they
Mhm.
come and they're the ones that are
Yeah.
we have like the competition to see who can
Yeah.
carve the best
I
pumpkin.
would
We
really
make
love that.
teams.
Like that would be so much fun because like my husband and I, we had that talk the other day, and he's like, I feel bad that you and the kids love Halloween, but I'm not into it as much as you guys are.
Ouch.
So it's like we don't do, yeah, like we
Ouch.
don't do much
Whew.
for that.
Damn, bro.
Oh no. Come, bring your kids. We'll let them scoop out the insides a little and then we'll sit them down
Yeah.
and we'll take over. We'll have some snacks for them. They can watch TV. We'll do whatever they want.
We'll work
Oh
something
yeah,
out for next
they'll
year. We'll
love
work
that.
something out.
Yes, that
Uh,
would be so much fun.
so there we have it. Some plans to expand. We're gonna expand this little competition that we have here. It's gonna get
I
more
think the
competitive.
more because I
Oh,
think
it's on.
the more pumpkins, the more commotion. Like I just think that just makes
You
it funner, you know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It gets pretty nuts.
The more people, the more creativity, the more like it
Mhm.
fuels you to want to do better.
Yeah.
Like so,
Mhm.
I like that.
Good old friendly competition
Yes.
that I win.
Whatever.
All right, that's the pumpkin carving. It's a tradition in our household every year, and can't wait to expand this possibly in the future. Next one is bobbing for apples and classic games. Traditional games like bobbing for apples, cake walks, and scavenger hunts are more common in Halloween parties. Where we're from, I don't think I've ever seen bobbing for apples.
I have never seen bobbing for
To be
apples.
honest with you.
I have seen cake walks only at the Jamaicas at school.
That's true.
Never
Scavenger
even
hunt.
heard of that.
The cakewalk?
The cake ones.
You're basically just walking around in a circle, and then the music stops, and whoever lands somewhere gets to keep the cake.
Yeah, it's like musical chairs, but with
But with cake.
Yeah.
I was like musical chairs.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
But
that.
in this case, the winner gets the cake, and they get out of the line
Yeah,
or
Uh-huh.
something like that.
and I think
That's interesting.
bobbing for apples is kind of like a white people thing. I think.
I want to
You don't
try it.
see it
I have
here.
never done it before, but
I
I think it
don't.
would be fun
I
to
actually
try.
don't see that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like you never see it
But
here.
now
where
I
we're
have to
from.
because I've never bought for an apple
The funny
before.
thing is, if they were to do that like at a Jamaica or algo, will they actually do it? You know, nowadays everybody is fully makeup. No one get it.
Not even that. It's just putting your mouth, like
Oh
putting
my
your
gosh, she
face
brings
in
up a good point. I'm
That too,
gonna
germs.
ruin my slutty makeup. or something. I don't know what
You
they would
know,
say.
I don't think people here would do it because of our water. We're still under. Are we
Did
still
you buy
under
that
boil
water
water?
at the store?
Is this filtered? Our poopy water.
How long did you
¿Es de la
boil it?
manguera? ¿Es de la manguera?
Yeah, screw that. I don't want E. coli water.
¿De manguera o de botella?
That's just sad. Like,
Ah, ¿qué tipo de manzana es? Si no es la Envy, no lo voy a tocar.
no, it's because of the water. Like,
¿Es apple crisp?
are we still under a boil water notice?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, I don't even know.
Honestly, don't know.
It smelled a lot
I don't know.
like bleach last time.
Mhm.
But yeah.
now we have to introduce popping for apples now just because of this bullshit.
But we're gonna buy
You need
those
to
gallons.
do it just to see if like everyone's gonna ask.
And just like on purpose on the bucket, we'll put that it's like poop water.
E. coli water.
E. coli water.
That's hard. That's
De la
the scariest thing
manguera.
that's gonna-
Ooh, E. coli.
Oh my god!
Didn't
that should be part
someone
of the
do
haunted
that
house.
as
We're gonna
a-
do it. We're doing it for the party.
That
we're
should
doing
be-
it.
I
that should
actually
be part of the
saw
haunted house.
somebody put that in the front of their house, like a skeleton, like
Bobbing
looking
for
at a
apples.
bed, and he said Laredo water.
Oh, so it's already
I
been
don't know.
done, technically. Here.
Yes,
But that should be
somebody
part
did
of the
it, but
haunted
using a
house. The
skeleton.
bills, the
Do it because right now that's the scariest thing on Laredo ahorita.
Dude, for real.
you walk into
For
a
real.
haunted house and it's just bills smacking you in the face, and then the Laredo water. No toilet paper,
No bottled water, shit.
no bottled water,
No-
empty aisles.
Oh my god.
The bottled water is in the bucket. Ooh, what a waste.
No, that would be a waste. You could bathe in it.
We can make soup out of it.
Oh no. Okay, so all right, no bobbing for apples.
Oh, we're not gonna do it.
Oh no, we are.
Oh, okay.
But you probably shouldn't do it if you go to an event.
Oh
where
yeah,
tons of other people are gonna be
yeah. sticking their sweaty
Mhm.
mocos.
No, you're not.
All right, so we might make bobbing for apples a thing this coming week
Yeah.
for Halloween. We'll give it a shot.
Patreon.
Patreon. Anywho, moving on to the next one here. Candy trading amongst friends, or as Cassandra called it, stealing. After trick-or-treating, it was almost a ritual to sit down with friends and trade candies. I don't think no,
I
actually,
didn't
yeah.
trade with my friends.
What is this
we
trading?
would we never trade. What we would do, we would sit on the floor, spill the bag onto the floor,
Mhm.
our own pile, and eat from our own pile.
So
That
there
was
was
it.
no trading for you guys
I think
at all.
I would
No
not with
trading.
friends, but with my brothers. My brother,
Mhm.
because my two older brothers wouldn't go
Oh,
with us anymore.
They're
too
too
cool.
cool.
By the time so we would kind of just swap, like if there was like a flavor that he liked, like let's say like you and me go and you get the blue and I get the red, we're just like swap,
Oh, okay.
that
It's
kind of
something
thing.
simple.
Like
Yeah.
things like
I
that.
don't
Where it's like, oh,
think-
that's my favorite candy. I like Snickers. Nah, I don't like them. I
Mhm.
like Recess. I was like, okay, switch like that.
Okay.
But I would do that with my
Like
brother.
I don't think we would do the whole trading because we would go to the same house, you know? So it's like we had the same candy.
But sometimes they give you different flavors. Like sometimes you get a blue lollipop, you
No,
get a
they're
red
all-
one. You
I
get-
kind of get where she's
Oh,
coming from.
see,
It's like
we just
I know we hit the same houses, bro. I know what you got. All right.
Well, yeah, but it's the flavor is what I'm trying to say. Like if you had a blue lollipop and I had a red one, wouldn't you want my red one?
Maybe.
And I would want your blue, so we would swap. Or if it was like I don't know, like
maybe, but we never traded.
because we had the same
We
candy
never
because
traded.
we'd hit the same houses. We
Right,
would just have
yeah.
different flavors.
Yeah, you're right.
So we
You're
trade
right.
Yeah.
flavors.
You both bring up a good point. You both bring a good point. It just depends on. Well, I know in Cassandra's case, it's like these are fucking mine, and that's yours. Stay in your fucking lane.
And then the not the Twizzlers, the Tootsie Rolls would go straight in the trash. and the jawbreakers and
where they belong.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
like all that ugly candy would just go straight to the trash.
I remember
Uh,
Jawbreaker was only popular because of that movie, Jawbreaker.
it became
That
well.
I
I thought they were popular because of Ed and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah.
That's what I remember
Yeah.
from the giant
When did
jawbreaker.
Ed and Eddie come out though?
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't even
Eh,
remember.
I want to say no. They came out like in the 2000s. I think. I think it
Yeah.
was the
Like
2000s.
Jawbreaker, the movie came out in the 90s. That was like a 90s movie, in 99, I
Yeah.
believe. That was the first time I heard of a Jawbreaker because of that movie.
Oh. Did you
Mhm.
ever see? Did you ever see those giant, massive ones?
Yeah, I had one.
You had one,
Yeah.
I
and
saw it, and
But like I
because of
couldn't
that
finish
movie, I'm
it. I
like,
was
I'm
just
not eating it.
no, I was like it took
I
you
would actually
days and then
even
I
like,
gave up
how
on
do
it.
they eat that?
No, I gave up on it. Like that thing. Cause like we would like lick it and see like it would get smaller, but it was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm never gonna finish this.
it's like that fucking Tootsie Roll owl was so full of shit. Let's find out.
No, but that was with the Tootsie Pop, not
No,
the
but
Jawbreakers.
yeah, but you kind of looked at it that way
Oh
because
yeah,
yeah,
it took for freaking ever, and you would see the layers coming off, and it would be changed different colors, and then it was just like those gobstoppers, whatever the hell. I haven't seen those in forever.
Gobstoppers.
Yeah, you've never seen those? They're like from Wonka.
The name rings a bell. I don't think I can remember it though.
I have to show you.
See,
Remember
it
that's
kind
been
of
Gobstoppers?
Those.
it rings a bell, but I can't remember it. But see how we're kind of like we're still in the 90s thing, but it's like going back
Because
to
they
the
would
candy.
change colors, like those.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's right.
And they would,
That's right.
well, imagine that, but like a giant version.
I'll put up a
And
picture
just-
somewhere here
Yeah.
too. But I mean, I guess it really depends. Training candy would depend on whether, in Cassandra's case, like I said, not so much trading, but for like you and I, it's like you said, blue, red, and that
Swapping.
swap. Yeah,
Trading.
essentially, essentially that's what it is. All right, I think that covers that. And also, I'm only big on candy on October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the candy, the dulces and chilados and all that stuff.
Well, yeah. I'm not very big on candy except on October. Yeah.
Clearly.
That's
Mhm.
and I'm refilling it, by the way.
And that's all him. I should bring them one from the kitchen so they can see how insane your addiction is.
In October, it's only in
It's
October.
like a freaking giant
Diabetes is acceptable in October.
No, not
I'm-
acceptable ever.
I'm kidding. All right, let's move on. The second to last one. This we're about to finish this one, guys. It's a Blockbuster movie rentals, which Cassandra actually pointed this out already. Renting horror movies from Blockbuster or the local video store was a Halloween tradition, choosing the right VHS tape, not Blu-ray, not DVD, VHS for a tape for a night of frights for part of the fun. Blockbuster was my thing.
I remember Blockbuster, but I don't remember going and renting Halloween movies.
We would go to West Express. I
Oh,
don't know
I
if you
remember
yeah.
West
on
Express. Yeah.
Guadalupe.
Remember,
Yeah,
remember
that was
there
our
a Blockbuster by
place.
the HEB.
Which one?
Huh?
By the HEB on
Oh, you know what? Hollywood Algo? Hollywood Video?
I remember that one.
That's
That was on Colton. I remember that. Next to the
Yes.
HEB on
With
Colton.
Madonna.
Yeah, with the yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
Madonna,
but there
the
was
Madonna
one-
titties. That's right.
There
Yeah.
was one by the HEB
Yes.
here too. Well, I don't know.
you literally just like
that way.
that's
it's that
anywhere.
way. It's that way. Yeah, it should be that way.
Okay.
There was one right there in that placito. In front.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
I remember going, but I don't remember what kind of movies we rented, to be honest. I just remember buying candy. My dad would get us candy.
Horror movies were my jam.
Listen, I watched horror movies, but I saw them with my brother. I just don't know, like, if he rented them or just bought them, or I don't know how they appeared, but they were there.
We would watch what my parents would rent. And it was that one time, like I said, we watched The Blair Witch. I was freaking bored. We watched Scream, House on the Haunted Hill. House on Haunted Hill I actually liked. Wasn't scared of it, but I liked it. What else is there? can't even think of it.
90s movies.
Yeah,
Let's
The
see.
Craft. I
Mm.
watched it obsessively.
What's another one? What's another one? I've been covering horror movies. I've been
Nightmare
I
covering
know.
Before
old horror
Christmas.
movies, like 80s.
Uh,
Yeah, 80s, especially because I did a live where I looked up horror movies from 1988, specifically from my birth year.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Damn, I need to
It's
go
because
back
when
and
you
review
get put
that.
on, like you, like when I don't know, like your brain just kind of like shuts down,
Yeah, when you
and
get
then
put
you
on the
see,
spot.
yeah, and then you start seeing, you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this, like after watches
yeah, that's what
the whole
Yeah.
happened.
drive to pick up the girls, we're just gonna be talking about all these movies.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just hate it when that happens.
I know it's the worst. Then you just look all dumb in front of the
That's
camera.
why I brought up a Hocus Pocus too, because it just like beep, popped into my head right when we were done.
Well, for the viewers or listeners, comment down below a good 90s horror movie or kid movie from back then. List it right down below in the show notes. Let's finish this thing off for number 20 on the list here. It has Halloween decorations, where homemade house decorations often involve DIY crafts made from items around the house, giving neighbors a more authentic and less commercial Halloween vibe.
My parents
Hmm.
never decorated for Halloween.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at
No,
all.
Damn.
no, I don't
Neither
remember
neither
having
you?
decorations. No, I don't
Nothing.
remember.
Never.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The
No,
most homemade ones that
not,
I can remember at the top of my head are the ones where they would get like the pumpkin orange plastic bag and fill it up with their leaves that they just uh
Hmm.
raked and just use
uh-huh.
that as decorations. I remember those. Those were a thing
Hmm.
at some point.
But did your parents decorate
Um, we did haunted houses.
when you were like little?
um, I honestly I don't remember much decorations. There's a lot of trick or treating. I don't remember a lot of
What, in the
decorations.
90s or in the early 2000s?
No, in the 90s.
How old were you?
How old was
I
I
mean,
at the
the
time?
90s, we
Maybe.
were 10
Yeah, I was
below,
gonna say
wasn't it?
that. I was gonna say 10 ish.
Damn, you've been doing haunted houses for a long time. I just want to know.
You're
But
awesome, Ray. I wish we could have done that when I was young.
Yeah, no, like we just, it was just go get candy and then don't bug me.
Yeah, like I don't remember the whole decoration things around the house. I don't think we ever done that. The most we've done is just get costumes, go trick or treating.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not like nowadays that a lot of people go all out, they get creative, they decorate outside like how you guys are doing it. Like right now when I was driving home, I was like, "Oh man, like this is funny." Like one of the houses on that neighborhood, he they put two skeletons and one of them is like holding the trash bin and it has a wig and they have another skeleton and it's holding on to the tree and it has another skeleton of a dog biting onto the foot. Yeah, I thought that was actually funny. Yeah, like I love how they're very creative now because back then not a lot of houses were doing that.
Yeah, no, like I don't
Like I
even
said,
remember
we would
driving
literally
seeing.
just hmm
I don't
the most
remember
that I
that
do is
either.
just put lights outside and that's it.
As far as creativity, because I mentioned DIYs. I don't think there's a lot of
But how do you remember
DIYs.
going to the store and seeing Halloween decorations?
Nothing.
I don't
I
remember.
don't think so.
Hmm.
Mm,
Maybe my parents would
Like,
just avoid those aisles.
like where were you
maybe.
guys shop?
Where would you shop?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
I don't remember being Halloween decorations everywhere.
I don't know. I
Our
remember a
go-to
few
store
actually.
was Kmart growing up. And even
Oh,
there, I
okay,
wouldn't
okay.
see a lot of
Kmart was one of them
Halloween
actually.
stuff.
That's true.
Mhm.
Rest in peace,
That was our
Kmart.
go-to store at the mall.
Rest in peace,
But I
Kmart.
don't remember
Heard
like,
of
oh,
that?
I just don't remember. I was maybe I was too small.
Maybe. I mean,
I
like I
mean,
said, the most that I remember was like when we started doing haunted houses, and those, as you know, those are DIYs from top to
Oh
bottom,
yeah.
everything. So as far as
mm,
DIYs go, when it came down to the haunted houses, like our blood, sweat, and tears went into that. That's kind of like, I guess that's why to this day I like really putting a lot of effort when it comes to the whole decorating
I
thing.
know. And then for Christmas, it's like,
Yeah, not big on Christmas.
in
no, but you're
Christmas,
Everybody
I
follows us.
actually,
fine.
in Christmas, I actually do try my best to make it look nice here.
But
Like
it's
I said,
see,
my husband, he's not always, huh? Like my husband,
go
he's not always into decorating. So it's like, it's up to me to decorate.
for Christmas. It's up to me. You put up lights, and you're like, I'm done.
No, lately we've actually you've accepted the whole like we with that Krampus thing.
Because we did a Krampus theme, so obviously you were into it.
Yeah,
But I like to do like it's for the girls.
the girls thought it was cool.
They did. They really did. They really liked it. But this year they wanted to do the Grinch, and I was like, yeah.
We already done that,
Well, dude, I can't change it every year. Like we did the Grinch like
and
three
now
years ago.
we're gonna do Art the Clown because it's
Oh,
Christmas in
that's
there.
true.
Which, by the way, you need to go watch it. You need to go watch it.
I have to
Yeah,
go see it now.
yeah, especially because Christmas is coming up in a month, so it gets you in the Christmas spirit, sort of.
It's really brutal. Like if there's a lot of people that said that they couldn't stomach it. Like it's
Come on. They're weak.
yeah.
That's what I say too.
There's like one of them that made me cringe a little, but like not in a bad way. It was just like, whoa.
Yeah, some of the kills got a little bit creative in this one. I love
Mhm.
how
I
every
do
now
need
and
to
then we Terrifier comes up
Oh,
like,
it's
yeah, we
because
gotta
it's so
watch it.
good.
I
So good. But yeah,
I
I
need to
don't know.
see it. Oh, I have to make that time to watch it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Halloween decorations. I mean, not a lot of DIYing unless like again, if you're doing stuff like how we used to do it and how we're going to attempt to try to do it again this year.
Mhm.
That's gonna be a lot of DIYing. But I mean, as far as everybody goes, um, lately, I don't think I can think of something that isn't store bought from Target or
I
Spirit
mean, I
or
bet some
Home
people do it.
Depot
I
or
see
Lowe's.
TikToks.
TikToks.
Well, like May's therapist showed me some DIY she did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, she did a cauldron and like stuff. And I was like, that's amazing. I just bought one.
Nowadays, we look at TikTok and we get our ideas from TikTok.
hmm And
Before it
Pinterest.
used to be Pinterest, now it's
Yeah.
TikTok.
It's because TikTok shows you like a video. It's like instructions
Step by step.
included. Yeah.
And in Pinterest, you have to click the picture to go to the
Yeah.
article, and you're just there
And then
scrolling
you're
until you see the
reading and
step.
scrolling, and it's just so much easier to see like somebody actually showing you how they do it.
Yeah.
video. It's the thing. It's video.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
Next is gonna be holograms.
Here's to hoping because they promised us flying cars years ago, like in the 70s.
Nah, it's gonna be those Tesla robots. They're gonna do.
Oh my God.
They released 3 robots, female robots. Yeah. my my buddy Ace, shout out to Ace, sent a video of just that showing, and they're Asian robot females, and at the end there's a clip from this movie of this guy raising his head, can you fuck him, and the guy's like, no, and everybody leaves the room. It's
No.
hilarious.
No, I want a robot to do crafts for me. Jeez.
I want him to make DIYs for every year.
I wanted to make DIYs. I wanted to clean. I wanted to cook. I wanted to do
I want
laundry.
mine to just clean.
Yeah, to clean and cook. I don't. Wait, how does that work? Doing the
I have
dishes.
been.
They're waterproof.
They
They
better
don't
be
spend
waterproof.
billions of dollars for them to not be waterproof. That's retarded.
Perfect.
but I wouldn't get one of those. First
What?
off, they would probably cost like a mansion.
No, they're gonna be around 20 to 30,000.
Ah, no mas.
It's reasonable. It's like a car.
Mm,
No, for
no,
what it
I'm still
is, it's
good.
not a
I
bad
mean,
price.
But I
I
don't
don't.
I don't I'm not
No,
doing
but
it.
in the future, you'll have the pirata versions, and they'll be much cheaper. Now those you got.
No, I don't think so. After all this like robot apocalyptic movies I've seen, like no thank you,
We're not
man.
gonna have a
Right.
robot.
I'm fucking paranoid.
And
Yeah, you're right. I don't wanna have a
I
robot.
was just mentioning that to my husband. I was like, you would think that all these movies of robots gone evil, like they would just be like, no, let's not make robots. They're making robots.
But no. We never learn.
Mm-hmm.
We're just making our own destruction, if you will. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess the point of this topic is we just hope we get friendly robots that'll just make stuff for us and clean our houses and stuff, and not try to take over all of humanity and not kill us in our sleep. Right? I think that's what we can agree on.
Perfect.
Perfect.
How about we get a robot with no legs?
With what?
With no legs.
It'll just build itself wheels,
Or
woman.
take off the battery.
Take
Yeah.
off the batteries.
One that you can unplug. I don't know.
I'll take the wireless one so I can just
But see,
unplug
like,
it.
even if you don't have a robot, you're screwed if your neighbor does.
Wait, what?
Even if you don't have a robot, you're still screwed if your neighbor does.
That's true.
And then, like, what if somebody comes over to your house and they bring their robot? And you'd be
Damn.
like, you leave that
No
thing
robots
outside.
allowed.
Like,
That thing stays outside. I don't know, man. There's just no
Mow the
stopping the
lawn,
robot
just don't come in.
apocalypse. There's no stopping the robot
I love
apocalypse,
all the
man.
memes, though. Like, no, all the
Yes, dude,
videos.
I
And
laughed so
Yeah.
hard with those.
it's so funny.
Point future robots that will do stuff for us
Excellent
and
content.
not kill us.
They make excellent content right now.
Oh yeah, they're helpful.
No,
I'm
like
I'm buddy buddies with mine.
Oh, you're talking about AI. No, I'm talking about the stupid videos that everyone's been making. There's like my
Oh.
Tesla
They're
robot
sharing like
watching me.
crazy.
But that pretty much covers this video podcast. It's been an interesting one. It was nice throwback to the 90s. We opened up some core memories for some people here, I
Yeah,
think. Right?
yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun one. It was nice talking, going back to the good old days when there was no how you say responsibilities.
I
as the
I
girls put it.
vaguely remember the good old days. I remember more like the early 2000s and
Yeah.
like 2000 to 2010.
Maybe next year we can do the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Maybe
one.
in 10 years we can do the 2000s.
All right, there you go. Future content for next year. But that's pretty much it for that. I gotta thank the wife for joining, hanging around, and trying to remember stuff from the
I'm
90s.
sorry. I was like, what age? I was like 1 to 8 years old, maybe.
And thank you to Cassandra for remembering as much as she could remember. And maybe this year you can be nicer and maybe not try to steal your family members' candy.
If you
Try
want
my
it, take it.
best.
I'll try my best.
Try my
promises.
best, but we gotta make sure these candies are safe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Above all, we need to make sure the candy's safe. To
I'm gonna
eat.
go check if the candy's safe right now.
Yeah, I need to go refill for safety purposes right now. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much it for that. This was a fun one. You know how this works. Hit the like if you enjoyed. If you made it this far, if you have made it this far, hopefully you've added some comments, added your what do they say, your 2 cents. Or we had to talk about blockbuster horror movies, Disney, popular Disney movies, and all that good stuff. And hit the subscribe button if you are new. if you are new. Hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I'm back on the tube. And of course, if you are listening or watching, because you can also do that now on Spotify, leave a comment, good review, hit all like, all that good stuff. Give me a good rating. Give me one. Give me whatever you feel is fair, but also give me a good one. Just saying. And also, yeah, follow all the Booze and Chill socials. And that's it for that. And we will see you guys in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I only got water. I'm gonna keep drinking. I'm gonna do this solo because nobody's drinking with me.
Oh, sorry. Water.
Yay! H2O.
Cheers for life.
Cheers. Hydrate.